Well, howdy do there, gang. Welcome to Pass the Gravy and its 180th edition. I am your host, Alex Middleton. Joining me today is my other host, Bobby Jokes. How's it going, Bobby Jokes? What's up, Bobby?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Good to have you back for
Thanks.
another consecutive week.
Uh-huh.
What is this, like 15 weeks in a row?
I think so.
You've been on the podcast?
Yeah.
There's other people that do this podcast that
Are
aren't.
there?
Like, Phyllis wasn't even here today, so I guess it's just you and me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, Chris, did you want to?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to be on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought maybe me and Bobby Jokes were going to do this because,
That's funny.
we've been carrying the ship.
Yeah.
We've been rowing the boat
Your arms
while
tired?
you're off doing other shit.
Oh, the music just abruptly
Yeah,
stopped.
well,
today.
I didn't want it anymore. I'm done with it. That's how
How's it
upset I
going,
was.
man? I'm sorry.
It's about damn time.
I know.
It's about damn time.
I know.
Just
I
leaving
promise
us
I will be
stranded.
here this week, and I will be here next week for sure.
So you can promise us 2 weeks in a row.
That's 2 weeks in a row. We're starting over the streak.
That's
I
about
can't
it.
even keep the crawfish streak
Yeah,
alive.
you have not even been doing Pass the Gravy as many weeks as I've eaten crawfish.
I know. It's
That's
a shame.
a goddamn tragedy.
Where's your streak at this week?
16.
Jesus Christ.
16 weeks.
That's disgusting.
It's not disgusting. It's fantastic, actually. The Guinness Book of World Records has contacted me, and they'd like to follow me around to the next couple.
They found out about you.
And I didn't contact them.
Okay.
You know, there's a blog out about me. Hot Sauce and High Heels.
Mm-hmm.
Mallory Collins hit me up and was like, hey, that's pretty cool that you're doing that. And she wrote about the whole crawfish streak.
Really?
HotSauceandHighHeels.com, guys. Go read
Nice.
about moi. It was dope.
You had
went out-
crawfish with
I think
it,
we
right?
went to Cajun Kitchen, and we had some crawdads then. That was a couple weeks ago. And then
What kind of
just saw those
material
posted.
comes out on hot sauce and high heels?
You know, she just tells you all the good eats and all the places to go in the city of Houston, all the fun spots that you're gonna have fun at. It's more of a blog directed towards the young
a-
ladies, but you know,
She a black chick?
yes,
Nah.
no, she's not. She's
she's not?
I mean, she's black at heart, I think,
You know why I asked that? Hot
because
sauce.
hot sauce.
Yeah.
And
'Cause,
Hillary Clinton has
Queen
hot
Bee-
sauce.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She's very white.
This is
so
true.
Mallory's like the Hillary Clinton of this podcast.
There
No,
you go.
no, I don't want to say she's that. I don't want to say that about her. I wouldn't want to insult her like that.
Alex, I gotta tell you something. Something happened to me on my way over here. You ready for this?
Did you get pulled over?
No. Why do you ask that?
Because you're African
I know.
American.
One of my favorite things to do in the world, like one of the things that brings me most joy, is when you're driving down the street and somebody does something stupid, like they're drifting into your lane, and they know they've done wrong, and you give them a little toot on the horn, and they know they've done wrong, and then you do the thing where you speed up a little bit and you just give them that look.
Yes, I
Like,
love
the
that.
Fuck are you like? You don't do any expression with your face, but it's just that little look, like, hey. What's
Sometimes
up, man?
it's like a little like smile, like
Yeah.
you have like your lips pursed together.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker.
Like, you're better than that. Come on now. Well, I did that twice today. Somebody, like back to back, I was literally on the same road when it happened. Two dumbasses did two dumb things, and I got the chance to give them that little look. But you know what my least favorite thing in the world is when you've done wrong, and then somebody gives
You know
that
it's
look to
coming,
you.
and you're just staring straight forward.
It's the worst in the world. I remember one time in my apartment building, there's this weird little cul-de-sac where you got to go around, and it's like the cars go one way, and you want to go the other way, but you got to go all the way around. And when I first moved there, I went the wrong direction. And this dude, he didn't like cuss me out. He didn't, give me the finger or anything. He just kind of put his hands up in the air like, dude, come on, man. You know the rules. Like, you're better than that. And it's the
If
worst.
you give him a
feeling
wave
in the
though,
world.
you're like, yeah, dude, my
I
bad.
know.
Sorry,
That's
on
the
me.
best you can do.
But, like,
you're
when people do that,
they'll
I'm always
still,
like, all right,
they'll
let you
still
know.
walk away thinking that guy's an idiot.
Right, but like at least when somebody does that to me, then I'm like, okay, that's cool. We're all right,
Do
bro.
you have road rage?
I have bad road rage.
You have,
Like,
my
big
you
thing.
have bad fucking Giants rage.
I have bad rage
Yeah,
when it
you
comes
do
to
have bad
things
rage.
a lot of times. But
One of the funniest moments I've ever had with Alex is sitting in your studio and your keyboard or something wasn't working. Have you ever seen him get pissed off, Robert? Alex? Oh, you have? Get on the mic. When was Alex pissed
yeah,
off?
I want to remember. I don't remember this.
This is when I was filming the documentary.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Read My Lips is the game where we have
Oh,
the
that's
headphones in.
nothing. That's-
we have the headphones in and they're loud and like I think it was an overtime we were in.
Yeah.
Which is basically when you go to like Rod. Like for those of you that don't listen to the Rod Ryan show,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly explain
Okay.
this game to you. We have Dinah and I play each other, and that's one of the co-hosts of the show and myself. And then Rod has all of these words that we don't know. We have headphones in with loud music playing, and then he says the words out to us that everybody can hear, and we just yell like, "What? I don't know. Say it
They
again."
have to read their lips.
Yeah, and we have to read his lips. Literally, that's what the game is. And then if we tie, we do 3 rounds each. And then if we're tied at the end of that, then we do an overtime round. One of us leaves the room, and then it's whoever can get the word fastest when they get it. So it's the same word, but like I'll leave the room, and then I can't hear, and then I come back in. And if Dinah gets it faster than I did, then Dinah wins or whatever. But like I knew that I wasn't getting the word, and it was overtime. And in overtime, like I feel like I have about 5 seconds, then I pretty much assume that I've lost it. And I was just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the word is. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I lose, and I just threw my headphones.
Yeah.
Just like, but across the room, threw them across the room. I completely forgot Bobby Jokes is in there filming it for a documentary, but he's got it on legit video shot of me throwing my headphones.
Well,
it's pretty great though.
That's good radio.
That wasn't me playing it up or anything. I was really mad.
That, but fucking Alex gets so pissed off. The time I'm thinking of is when I don't know what wasn't working. I come into your office and talk to you about whatever we're going to talk about on the podcast that day. And you're like, I can't get this fucking thing to work. And you're like pounding the keyboard. And I'm like, dude, that's company property. I don't think you can break shit like that here. And you were pounding.
I want my shit to work.
It's fun times. And I'm just like, well, I think I'm going to go now.
Have you seen me when Comcast isn't working?
Oh, my God.
That's
or when
not
the Giants are down by 10. Mm-hmm. But anyways, road rage. You've got it bad.
My big thing lately.
I feel like I want so bad not to have it, but I can't help but
nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
I can't help but just
it's not fun to have road rage.
It's so weird that you're in your little own space. I would never, ever call somebody a fucking cocksucking asshole, but I do it all the time when I'm in the safety of my vehicle, and I don't know who it is. It could be a 300-pound lineman I'm yelling this at, and he could easily, make short work of me. You can hear my dog in the background probably.
Yeah, he brought Bojangles over, and Bojangles strangely doesn't like you anymore. He likes me.
You, Alex. All
He's
right.
like, Dad,
it was funny.
This is my real dad.
It was funny at first, but now it's starting to hurt.
It's pretty funny. I think he likes me and Emma being the nuclear family, so he gets his real he gets a family meal and everything, and his grades were improving.
He gets a family meal with me.
Well, just with his single dad,
Come on, I do my best, okay?
It's hard. I'm just saying, it's hard to do both jobs.
Still not too comfortable with Bobby Jokes though. I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
Bobby Jokes is upset about it. But my big thing, road rage-wise lately, is the people that are texting, and you can always tell when you're behind somebody, and then all of a sudden they slow down really, really fast, and I always like to get past them and then wait, and you can see them first off, have you when I text, I have my phone's up, so I'm looking at the road, and then out of the side of my eye, I can also do that. I don't understand why people don't do that. I always drive by and people are looking straight down. I'm like, but I know you can't do that now.
You can't do that now. I
think the law just passed. It'll happen. Is it next year?
It's next month, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But there's no way they can fucking prove that shit. Watch this. Deleted my text. Now go.
It's so weird because in the law it says the only time you can use your phone is if they say things like changing music, if it's an emergency. You can simply say, oh, yeah, my daughter's in the hospital and I'm on my way to the hospital. And I had very important, message came down. And it's about my daughter in the hospital. Yeah. And they'll let you go. They can't do anything. Or you can just say, yeah, I was using my maps thing. I was using Waze. They can't outlaw Waze.
This just seems like a way to profile.
It's stupid.
I guess they can't.
Honest to God,
what
it is, what I think it is, it's just a reason to pull people over.
That's exactly what it is.
Because you pull people over for that, let me check your inspection.
Well, I thought you were texting. It smells like weed in here.
Well, it could be some of that.
No, but I'm just saying little things like that. But my big thing lately is just the people that are texting, and you'll drive by, and I like to drive by and be like, dude, you have 100 feet that you just let get in front of you, and I'll honk, and they'll look over at me, and I do I make the phone with my hand, and I say,
oh, you do that?
Put it down.
Do that.
Put it down.
I don't do that.
No, because it's a fucking dick move to if I'm behind you and we're in traffic, and then all of a sudden I'm going why? Mm-hmm. Just fucking wait until you get to the light. It's not that hard. Or just text and drive normally.
Do you have a word that you for
cunt.
some reason? Oh, cunt.
A lot of cunt.
Mine is whore. For some reason, I call everybody a whore.
Motherfucker.
Fucking whore, dude. Okay. Dumb whore.
You were saying.
You know why I think I say that? I think it's because of that drop, that sorry whore. Because ever since that,
whore.
My bad whore. Exactly. I say
whore.
My bad whore all the time. Good times. Love me some road rage.
My bad whore.
My bad whore. Speaking of road rage,
I think that was the first bit of audio we played.
Was it?
My bad whore.
It may have been.
Amiri King. But you were saying that you have the people that are staring at you at the lights and everything. Have you ever had anybody roll down their window to yell at you?
No. The only time I've yelled at somebody through the window while I was stopped at a stoplight.
Oh, and I'm talking rolling the window down.
Oh, yeah. No. The only time I've yelled at somebody while I was stopped at a stoplight with windows rolled down was during Trayvon Martin. I remember I was listening to Sean Hannity or something, and I had my windows rolled down, and he was talking about Trayvon Martin, and the black dude in the car next to me, he said something about Zimmerman, hey, I hope they fucking kill that motherfucker or something like that. And I was like, okay. And it was everybody was talking about that, you know what I mean? And he was like, you don't think so? And he's yelling at me, and I'm like,
I'm not going to debate this at a light.
Turn green. Like, yeah, it's just weird. It was the weirdest moment.
Well,
like,
this is how you diffuse the situation, because I get yelled at a couple of times. You know, I'll cut people off if they're being dicks, and like if you're driving super slow, and I'll get in front of you. Like I'm just like, I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
And then I hate when you like get over, and then you're trying to get in front of someone, and they see you, so they speed up, so you can't get over. Like, motherfucker, well, don't go slow, and I won't have to try and do this. But this guy one time, he pulled up next to me, was yelling at me, and I just remember I was like, I'm gonna roll the window down. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this, and it was just yelling at me over something, and I was like, what? I can't hear you. It was super clear. I could hear exactly what it was. What? I can't hear you. And the second the light turned green, I was like, go!
I just thought of that. The other time I yelled at somebody in my car, I was on my way home from Krispy Kreme's. This is when I was living in that house in Bel Air, and I had to travel all the way over, like, next to your apartment to get Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, Bel Air, like California, like Fresh Prince of Bel Air stuff.
Right? And I was on my way. I was on Bel Air, and this fucking bike rider, I remember his fat ass, because I could see his ass crack. Literally see his ass crack. Because he was riding so slow, and he was just such a fat fuck.
Were you hard?
And just a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little chub going on. And I'm honking at my horn, and he stops, and he puts his hands up. I've told this story before, but he puts his hands up. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And I'm like, fucking move, get off the road. And you know how much I fucking hate the bike
Share
riders.
the road, y'all.
You know how you're driving, and like they're just driving they're riding so slow on their bike, like
because
it's insanely slow.
They don't have like motors.
I was thinking about it because I was trapped behind a bike rider the other day. In New York, they ride on their bike so goddamn fast, you will literally get hit if you ride as slow as they do. And like, it's illegal. I get why it's illegal to ride a bike on the sidewalk in New York, because you got so many people riding, or you got so many people walking on the sidewalks there. But here, there's not that many people walking on the sidewalk. Why can't you ride your bike on a sidewalk in Houston? It's so stupid. I hate the fucking bike riders in this city. It's the worst. The absolute worst. But anyways,
yeah, it's not great.
I digress.
Well, let's get right into it then, huh? Seems like we're a little heated to get off to start the podcast. Yeah. But let's do a little segment we like to call Where You Been.
Okay.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, where the heck have you been?
Where the heck have I been? Working a lot.
Twerking?
Twerking? No, I've never twerked. Have you? Honest to God,
I have twerked.
You have?
Yeah, I did that glitter ass thing, and I had to twerk
That's
on
not
it.
Twerking.
It was twerking.
It was twerking?
It was twerking. As
Okay.
much twerking as I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, good for you. You did it about 4 years too late. I feel like twerking is.
Well, no, but it was the glitter ass was like the big sell,
big
and
thing.
then that was just a plus.
Okay.
The viewers got it.
Okay. Where have I been? God, I had a list. I just completely
You
blanked.
just didn't bring the list?
No.
Show prep. Bobby Jokes brought a list. No big deal. He has his computer and everything. He brought all of his equipment.
What the fuck?
Chris shows up.
Okay,
late.
why don't I just leave it?
Asked
I
us-
didn't show up
Asked us
late.
if we could do it.
What do
Bobby
you mean?
Jokes, come here. Get on the mic.
Robert and I walked in together.
Who was the one that wanted to know if we could record later today?
Oh, fuck you.
I think that would be Chris.
Oh, okay. Just facts. Just facts.
Fuck you.
Just giving him a hard time.
Fuck you.
Well, don't throw stones in glass houses.
I had lunch with an old friend.
Does that even apply now?
I don't think so. I had lunch with an old friend yesterday. I want to ask you about. I actually asked you about this before I had lunch with him. So, I haven't seen this guy since high school, and we used to be best friends, like since we were really young. And he moved away, and I guess he fucked up his life. Like, he became really hooked on drugs and alcohol and all that shit. And he's recently turned his life around. He's become a pastor, which is good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, whatever. But it's just
Probably better
weird.
t's drugs.
It's I would say so. It's weird because I got fucked up with this kid, and we used to do all kinds of horrible things together. And it's going to meet him and gonna have Tex-Mex. We're gonna have delicious Lopez. Have you ever been to Lopez's? Probably not.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of obscure. Who's texting you?
Well, I was getting an ESPN notification, so I was silencing my watch.
Oh, okay. Anyways, we meet to have Tex-Mex, and I always say, like, the most delicious food drink combinations is burger, Coke, and fries, and enchiladas with a margarita, or a Corona, or Dos Equis.
Pizza and beer.
Pizza and beer, crawfish and beer. A lot of things with beer is good. But
Yep.
but mostly, like, can you agree with me? Like, burger, Coke, and fries, that's just fucking,
Yeah, that
that's
works.
delicious, right? That's my favorite meal, probably. Also, any Tex-Mex with any margarita.
A pipe and a
is
grape.
Absolutely delicious.
Bong and a blintz.
Bong and a who?
Have you not seen Golden Member or Gold Member from Austin Powers?
No, I've never seen a single Austin
Mr.
Powers.
Powers, would you like a? It was like a pipe and a crepe, a bong and a blintz, and he just keeps coming up with like breakfast foods and like
What
a
did he
smoking
say?
utensil.
Something in a pancake.
Yeah, It's on YouTube.
Okay, but anyways, so I immediately start thinking to myself, would it be weird if I had a drink with this guy? And I asked you beforehand, and you said no. And then I called my friend who also knows him, and he says yes, it would be very weird. And are you done? You okay?
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Found it.
Would you like a schmoke and a pancake?
A smoke in a pancake.
A what? A schmoke and a pancake.
The only reason I know that.
Flapjack and a cigarette? All right. Cigar and a waffle? No. Pipe and a crepe? No. Bong and a blintz? No. Oh, well, then there is no pleasing you.
The only reason I knew he said smoke in the pancake or something. Do you remember that Ludacris song, Number One Spot? Throughout the entire song, he's making all these Austin Powers references.
Yeah, because it's got the Austin Powers music under it, doesn't it?
Play the song real quick. It's a great song.
Number One Spot?
Yeah. Maybe. I'd never seen an Austin Powers movie. People fucking give me shit for it all the time.
Put a number one spot.
I love that tune. I love Ludacris. He was my favorite rapper for a long time.
Luda.
He had that great Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Is that awesome? Why is he so obsessed with Austin Powers in this song?
It's a great show. A great movie.
Great movie. I saw the one with Beyonce.
That was Gold Member.
Oh, is it? I thought that was the one everybody shits on.
Everybody shits on kind of a lot of them, but like they're not great movies, but they're.
Mike Myers. He was in. He hasn't done anything in a long time.
He doesn't need to. He did Austin Powers.
And Shrek. I bet
and
you he made most
Wayne's
of his...
World and Wayne's World too.
And SNL.
So he's probably pretty good, I would say.
One weird Canadian. Who's your favorite Canadian?
Well, it's
Jim
Mount
Carrey?
Rushmore season, Chris. So we're going to
it
have
is
to
Mount
wait
Rushmore.
until we can do a Mount Rushmore of...
Well, just real quick.
Spoiler alert, guys. We're giving you a new segment today.
Who are some of your favorite Canadians? Drake?
No, I don't like Drake.
Bobby Jokes, you got a favorite Canadian?
Favorite Canadian, go. Quick.
Ooh.
Terrence and Phillip. Ooh, good pull.
Very
good
nice.
Pull there.
Very nice.
I don't know if we can even beat that.
I don't think so. Who are some of the hotter Canadians? Canadian women?
Robin Scherbatsky from... I don't know. Her name was Robin Scherbatsky in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, this is the
She's
same?
married to Taryn Killian, I think. Colby Schmolders, yeah.
Who's Colby Schmolders?
That's the girl that played Robin in...
Oh, I don't know any of these people.
All right, never mind. There's no pleasing you.
Anyways,
Seth Rogen's my favorite Canadian.
Oh, I forgot about those guys. Jonah Hill. Did you see the picture of Jonah Hill?
Yeah, I saw.
He
Have
looks
you seen the
super
meme?
fucking skinny.
Have you seen the meme where it's like, I'm convinced there's just
Yeah.
50 copies of Jonah Hill walking around that they're grabbing for random movie roles.
So weird, right?
Yeah, he just fluctuates.
I don't think that's healthy. That can't be,
It
right?
doesn't matter. It's fine. He's making money. It won't matter in the end. We'll all be robots one day, and he'll just buy a robot body.
This is true. All those guys are funny.
Okay, so where else have you been?
So
were
I
talking
got
about
super
pasta.
judged with the margarita on the meal by the pastors and by the future pastor / pastor's kid.
What you should have said.
What should I?
To buy his kid,
He's the pastor's kid,
and then he's a pastor
and
now.
now he's a pastor now.
Okay, but you got judged by him.
A little bit.
Okay, so he said
It was like 11:30 also.
Well, you should have been like.
Or no, it was fucking 12 o'clock. Okay,
It's 12 o'clock or 5 o'clock somewhere.
it's somewhere 5 o'clock.
But
that's weird.
First
right?
thing when you're getting judged by them, like, hey, only God can judge me.
Oh,
only God can
I
judge
should
me.
have fucking
spin
bounced
zone
back with
spin
that.
zone, and then what do they say? Maybe I'm being judgmental, which I think is a sin.
Yeah, it was all right. It was weird, man. Just having lunch. It's like
So you're pretty much done with God, is what you're saying.
no, a little bit.
I'm not done with him, but let's just say me and God are taking a break.
Yeah, we're on a break. Jesus.
Wait, I needed some space after that.
Yeah.
God, you're being a little clingy.
I got what people always say, that religious people are so judgmental. They kind of are.
Yeah, they are, dude.
They kind of are.
But
Bob
I don't
Dylan
know if
sings
it's
about
necessa-
that all the time, and I was like, oh, that's just Bob being Bob. But no, they are very much so very, very judgmental.
When it's supposed to be help your neighbor. Help
Yeah.
thy neighbor.
Bobby, are you a religious man?
Not really.
He's a Muslim.
Did you grow up Catholic?
I grew up Catholic.
He didn't grow up Catholic.
He did grow up
He
Catholic.
grew up Muslim. He's
grew
just
up-
afraid
you're
to
a
tell
Muzzy?
you. He's afraid to tell you because of your judgment.
Did you grow up religious?
I grew up Jewish.
Okay. I wish I could have been Jewish.
Why?
I don't know.
I
'Cause
told
the-
that to Sam once that I was Jewish when we were first dating.
Yeah.
And she believed me because I never talked about it.
So
And
she's
for,
like all excited for
several
Hanukkah.
months.
All of a
She
sudden,
thought I
she
was
starts
Jewish.
wearing a fucking. Oh, I guess only guys wear yarmulkes. But anyways, I really there are
Oh,
two
they're
things.
or not. They're what is it? Unisex now. I almost said bisexual, but that would
Oh,
be
are
the
they?
same thing. I don't know.
Well, when
Women can wear whatever they want now.
I
dude.
dated a Jewish girl in junior high, and she had to break up with me because her
in
dad.
junior high.
Because their dad said so.
Get it? Junior.
Oh, yeah. Jewish jokes are the funniest.
Can't say them anymore.
Oh yeah, you can. They don't give a shit. Jews don't care. When's the last time you heard Jews? You know, man, Bo's going to town. Oh, he's right under me. That's why. Anyways, what was I saying? Ah, yes, there are two Jewish customs that I must follow when I get married. I think they're the coolest things. Can you guess them?
The
Number
breaking
one
the glass.
is the breaking of the glass. That's just awesome. Number two,
then
the raising of the
circumcision.
chair. No.
Also a Jewish tradition.
Why do they make such a big deal out of that? Because everybody gets circumcised.
But you know how the Nazis used to tell if you were a Jew?
Circumcised.
A lot of guys, they would pull their pants down if you had a circumcision. Then they'd boom. Not saying it was right, but that was the thing they did. I would have been in
put that
jail.
star
I mean, I
on.
would have gone away to the camp too. I'm not Jewish. I swear to God. Yeah, fuck you. That's what they would have said. They didn't care.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely breaking that glass, even though I'm not Jewish, and I'm definitely getting raised up to some Hava Nagila.
That is not a wedding, I don't think.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
is that a
that's a
bar
bar
mitzvah?
mitzvah. So you missed
They
out
do that
on
at
that one.
weddings too, don't they? I think they do that at weddings too. That's just like a congratulatory
Look, you can't just assume
celebration.
that
I
just because a
spit
culture does
right
one
across
thing
you.
that it always does that.
Well, I'm doing that shit.
Cultural appropriation.
Absolutely. And then we're
At
going to have
its
some bagels and lox.
And then
Have you
you're
ever had
gonna,
lox?
you're gonna do
Lox
some
are good.
accounting.
Do some
Is that what you're gonna do afterwards?
Exactly. I'm going to balance my checkbook.
I'm gonna go to the prayer wall.
Exactly. Everybody's going to wear a yarmulke.
Uh-huh.
Or a yarmulke.
L'chaim.
Chaim. Oh, I think it's meet the parents where they're explaining how to say their name, it's meet the Fockers, how to say their name. You got to say it like you got a piece of popcorn stuck in your throat. Oh yes, where else have I been? Oh man. Oh yeah, this is what I said you were gonna judge me for. God, this is gonna be the worst segment ever. So I was at work yesterday or a few nights ago, and I was giving two of my coworkers shit for the superhero movies that they were so excited about because they were talking about Wonder Woman, and they were we were all talking about the superhero movies and everything, and then one of them started talking about anime, and I was like, "What? You watch anime? What the fuck is
Hentai.
anime?" And he's like, "Yeah, you never watched anime?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, I never watched that shit's fuck." Robert, do you watch anime? Okay, so I don't have to worry about this shit.
That makes
So I'm like, fucking gay? Who the fuck watches that shit? And he's like, what? You never watched Dragon Ball Z? And then I had to immediately apologize because I watched the fuck out of Dragon Ball
My
Z.
brother watched Dragon Ball Z. Dragon
did
Ball Z
he?
and Pokemon are technically anime then.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I found out. I didn't know Dragon Ball. Technically, it's Dragon Ball Z fan.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! and Pokemon.
Okay, I was kind of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan for a little.
But like
bit.
as a kid, you don't still watch that shit.
Well,
sick.
well,
There we
this
go.
is where you're gonna start giving me shit because I found out you can watch all the Dragon Ball Zs.
You fucking weirdo.
Dude, I spent like 2 days watching Dragon Ball Z. I felt like such a fucking asshole. Mainly because I give people so much shit for all the
and now you're doing
superhero
it.
movies, and now I'm watching fucking Dragon Ball Z, and I got into it. And I always say, this is the nerdiest fucking segment ever. I always say, you got to give J.K. Rowling all the credit in the world for what she did with creating an entire world and all these characters with all their own rules and the whole. I always say, like, the fact that she created Quidditch, like, that's a big deal, right? Because it's a whole game with its own rules and everything. She did a huge job creating.
Albus Dumbledore created Quidditch.
Okay, well, she created this entire world. The same could be said for Dragon Ball Z because it's a huge, complex fucking show.
The same can be said with every fucking
I
show,
know,
dude.
I know. It's
Game
just-
of Thrones.
yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Battlestar Galactica.
Any show
Star
has
Trek.
The Office. They all created these people.
I know.
And you had to make up all of this shit.
But it's something else when it's something.
So you're just talking about making a show.
It's something else when it's something that's an entirely different world, though. Something where our rules don't exist and they created their own rules and reality and everything like that. You got to take credit to that. Right? Okay. So basically, Alex is so done with this. I spent a good 2 days catching up on Dragon Ball Z. I feel like such an asshole.
I like you a little less now. I'm not going to lie.
Do you? I don't blame you. I like me a little less.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not proud of this.
You should. Like, you think of all the other things you could have watched in 2 days that you didn't watch because
But
you
it's
watched
so
that.
good. It's my childhood.
Now, I got stuck in a
I had-
wormhole. If we're talking about little rabbit holes we get stuck in,
Yeah.
I watched all of Conor McGregor's fights, like every single Conor McGregor fight he's ever fought professionally.
See, now you make me feel like such a pussy.
Well, I have UFC Fight Pass, so like, I spent $10 a month on that motherfucker, and I was like, everybody's talking about Mayweather and McGregor, and I saw some documentary that was on YouTube, and I had watched that for like an hour.
Are you excited
and
about
then-
that Mayweather?
No, he's gonna lose, but like, I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch
He
it.
can win. You don't know.
I don't think so, but we'll talk about it in a second.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, I'll go watch some of his stuff. Like, see, like the first 10 fights of his are like Ireland fights, like not even UFC. It's like Cage, Ultimate World Cage Warriors. It's just got these Irish guys commentating, which is almost great enough in itself to watch. But then like he like lost and he looks like this little like skinny dude. He has no tattoos or anything, and then gets choked out. He's lost 3 times professionally, and he's gotten choked out all 3 times. I think Joseph Duffy was the last guy he lost that wasn't in the UFC. And then Nate Diaz, and then the other guy was very early on in his career. But it was interesting seeing like the rise of Conor McGregor. He's a fucking scary dude. I wouldn't want to fight him. That's the obvious fact of the day.
He tweeted out something.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Where have you been?
Okay. I have been dog sitting a lot. Now, you guys heard me dog sitting last week. I was dog sitting Josie, the little Chihuahua mutt mix that my friends Brandon and Diane let me watch, and they were in Vancouver, so they just got back and got her on Sunday. I was also watching my coworker Dinah's dog. She had a golden doodle named Barney. He was
Golden
cool.
doodle?
A golden doodle,
Named
golden
Barney.
retriever poodle combo. It was awesome. He's hypoallergenic, and we had a good time. It was fun, and yeah. Like it was like a therapy session for me, really. I'm not ready for a dog yet.
Dude, I was thinking that when you told me this earlier.
it's
Like,
just
it
like,
must be
boom.
like, man, you come a long way. Come a long way.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a process. I'm still, the feels come back every now and then, and it's like probably like once or twice a week. You're like, God damn it, something just reminded me of that. Like, just little things.
Well,
But
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, I remember it used to be every day for you, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
still think about it every day.
Yeah, I know.
I don't break down or anything. But also, I got bit by a dog. Took the dogs over to my parents' house for Father's Day. We hung out with my father. So I was like, hey, Mom, Dad, bring in 2 dogs that are not ours. So plus 2. And I got out there, and my brother has a pit bull. Josie's a tiny little Chihuahua dog.
Yeah.
And they don't really get along because Josie kind of has an attitude and wants to bark back. So Josie,
Little dogs
you gotta
are
give
always
respect
the
though.
fucking worst.
But
Like,
Josie's a cool
Chihuahuas-
dog. But she
Oh,
just
no, no,
she
no.
doesn't like let people fuck with her.
I
Like,
don't mean
she
the
stands
worst.
her ground.
It's weird because Chihuahuas, man, if you get a Chihuahuas are surprisingly fucking spunky. You know
There's
what I
like
mean?
little bitch Chihuahuas though that are just nipping to nip, and then like Josie's like, no, fuck you, get away from my
like
things.
they will start shit. They will finish shit. They don't care.
But she does that to my brother's pit bull. That then is like, oh, okay, well, let's fight then. Let's play.
Yeah.
And like try to like eat it, and I was like, no, you can't. But like I would have to keep picking Josie up, and one time the pit bull was trying to get her, and I had to lift her up and got bit on the ear right here. See
What?
see that gash right there? Yeah.
Holy
I'm
shit.
playing hurt. A lot of people wouldn't be doing the podcast today. Like if it was you, you'd probably go, I
Fuck
can't do
you.
it. You and Bobby Jokes do it, but
Or-
like a lot of people wouldn't do this. So I'm playing hurt, and I just want you guys to know that's how much I care about you. I'm a
great
gritty,
American.
I'm a gritty kind of guy. I go out there, I put it all on the line, and like I got a lot more heart than anything, and that's what I'm playing with right now. And like I think you
stick
got to
up your
measure a
ass.
man's heart. So I got bit by a dog. That was cool. Not really that bad. It
Have
was
you ever been bitten by a dog?
yeah, I have stitches.
Funny
I
story.
have stitches right here. I have a scar. I got bit by a
The,
chow one time when I was a kid. When I was a young pup myself.
The guy who I had just had lunch with when we were little, my dog, for like 2 months, bit him on the nose and like literally put a gash in him. He had to get stitches and shit, and he was young. And we had to put that dog down. Or we didn't put it down. I think I told you this story. I don't think I told it on the podcast, though. But my parents literally told me that they took it to a farm. Well, not a farm, but like...
Yeah, they didn't take
like
it to a farm.
They gave it away to this family who had a big backyard. We could run around. Like, that's what they told me. I never forget them telling... And then I think back, like, holy shit, you fucking killed this dog. Because I remember they were going to take it to the pound, and then me and my brother got really upset and started crying and stuff. So they're like, oh, we can't do this in front of the kids.
Let's tell them some other bullshit.
Yeah. And that sucked.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring the podcast down.
Yeah, it did, I bet.
What did you eat? You got like pizza sauce right there.
I have pizza? No, I have like I have
Oh, is it a little pimple?
no, yeah, right here. But then I also have like that corner of my mouth is chapped.
Oh, yeah.
That really sucks, and it's kind of like red because I keep fucking.
I
with
see.
It. But I also have herpes. So
that's not helping it. The herpes are flaring up.
Yeah, so I also got the crawfish streak continued to 16 weeks. Went to Blue Water Seafood. That was pretty cool. I went with my cousin Bebop. And cousin Bebop has been with me when I have gone to LA Fisherman, which is number 1. Mm-hmm. Blue Water Seafood.
Number 2
is number 2 on our list. We have a new number 2. The
now,
top 5 has
was
seen
this
a lot of
place
movement.
Number 2,
dude, it was
Was
dope.
it the shrooms?
It was okay. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to that yet. So a lot of times I tell you guys, you can really taste the flavor of the boil by the corn because the corn soaks a lot of that up. The crawfish, like you're gonna taste the crawfish anyways, but you're trying to taste the crawfish.
So you do the corn, I do the potatoes.
I don't. The potato, you get like the outside, and then it's just like it all tastes the same.
God,
inside.
my mouth is just watering right now.
But
okay, go ahead.
They threw mushrooms in their boil, and I've seen this at like a lot of like home boils I've gone to at people's houses or like big boils, but never at a restaurant that I've gone to.
I love mushrooms, man. God,
I like mushrooms too. I'm
more
not a bad,
mushrooms.
Like,
more
mushrooms are cool to me. It's a very, very weird subject when you get to a lot of people. A lot of people don't like mushrooms.
Well, it's a texture thing
and
for
I get
some
that.
people.
But like they had all the seasoning on it, so immediately I grab a mushroom and I was like, holy fuck, this is gonna be dope. And these crawfish were like you know, the end of the season, so they're not as big as they were a couple of weeks ago. But this is still like they were still pretty good sized crawfish. They were delicious. Like I wanted to order another thing, but I had already crushed some oysters. Their oysters were awesome. All of their seafood at Blue Water Seafood
was it
awesome.
better than the oysters that we had?
Yes.
Really?
Those may have been the best oysters I've had this year.
Which ones?
The ones at Blue Water.
Really?
I think
because
they
those
may have
oysters
been
that
the
we
best
had a couple
oysters.
weeks ago were fucking.
We did have good oysters then. Where was that?
Insane.
Was that at Mike's? Mike's Seafood we went to?
Yeah.
The flea market time?
We got to go back to that place because that
Well,
got some damn good
that's what I
crawfish.
was gonna get
But hold
to.
on, I just got to say this because we're talking about mushrooms. More mushrooms in my world because the best
Magic
thing
mushrooms.
that I've never even tried magic.
We'll do magic mushrooms on the podcast.
We should.
Like we'll just do a podcast. Robert would be the straight man. That's
we'll
got to
do
kind of like
ayahuasca.
steer. Like you're just gonna kind of be like, so what do you guys think about? And just steer the topics.
The
And like,
best,
just tell us to stop doing things
the
if we're
best
being weird.
appetizer. I've always said I want to open up a restaurant that just has appetizers. I think I'll call it like a bar or something. But anyways, the best appetizer in the world are stuffed mushrooms, and my mom makes them every Thanksgiving. The absolute fucking best.
You don't think
mushrooms.
chips and salsa are the best appetizer?
Hell no. Chips and salsa?
Yeah, dude. That's pretty clutch.
Are you nodding your head to this, Robert?
He agrees with me. Chips and salsa is like the most like classic.
Hold on.
Like
you got chips and
appetizer you could have.
over like mozzarella sticks.
Chips and dip.
nachos.
Chips and dip. Then let's like round it all up. Salsa counts as a dip.
Oh,
to me.
y'all are
chips and dip.
insane.
Everybody
Deviled
throws on the
eggs?
fucking table.
Deviled
Deviled eggs. You
eggs?
get the fuck out of here with deviled eggs. Go
What?
fuck yourself.
Robert,
Deviled eggs. Like,
get on
get
the
the
mic.
fuck out.
Get on the mic. Deviled eggs.
Oh
Robert.
hey, I just want to shit my pants the rest of the
He's gonna
night.
shit on my point. Go ahead. Deviled
Deviled
eggs.
eggs? I've never tried deviled
They're
eggs.
so bad. You don't want to. They're not that good. They're not good.
Oh, you're insane.
What are they?
All right. All it is
Just gross.
is it's a boiled egg. You take the
Already gross.
So you boil the whole egg. You take the yolk out. You know once it's been boiled, and then you mash that up. Put a little mayonnaise and stir that up, and then you put it back into the.
And then
It's
you just-
fucking delicious.
and then you
what is
just-
sausage? Do you like sausage? You want me to tell you how you make sausage too, Robert? Jesus, fuck you guys. Deviled eggs are.
If you want to taste something that's better than deviled eggs, just make yourself vomit into like a cup and then drink it,
Whatever.
and that's kind of the
Whatever.
same thing.
You're crazy.
And then you just won't like have. Like,
I don't know
you
what's
won't
crazier.
fart for the next 6 days.
I don't
like,
know what's
That's what
crazier.
deviled eggs is. Like you're just. It's like all it is. Like you're just gonna be not fun to be around.
I really don't know what's crazier, saying that deviled eggs are nasty or saying that chips and fucking dip is the best appetizer.
What would you say the most common appetizer you find at
All right,
restaurants
most
is?
common appetizer.
Because it's
That-
good
does
and
that mean
everybody's
it's the-
happy with
because
chips
it's the
and dip.
cheapest and it's the easiest and nobody can complain about chips and dip. You
Okay,
divide-
you go to Chewy's. What's the best part of Chewy's?
Okay.
Go
Alex.
fuck yourself.
I will
Go
take
fuck yourself.
I will take fucking any deviled egg over any Chewy's dip you got. I will take any buffalo wing or any nacho or any mozzarella stick over chips.
You're
and,
insane.
Chips
You're
and
insane.
dip?
Yeah, because with all,
Mozzarella sticks are pretty good.
but like
What's
what
a
sucks
thing?
with all these appetizers you're talking about is like you get the mozzarella sticks, they bring
And then
6 fucking
stuffed
mozzarella sticks,
mushrooms?
or you get unlimited chips and salsa. Yeah,
Oh,
unlimited.
don't come. We're talking about taste, Alex. We're not talking about cost. We're not talking about because everywhere you go, chips and dip is going to be for free. Yes, you got to pay a little
Yeah,
bit more.
but like
for the
I like
buffalo
going to those
wings.
places and be like, yeah, give me the coconut shrimp, and they bring you like 3 of them.
All
Like,
right.
yeah, thank you for letting me pay $9 for 3 shrimp.
Let me ask you this, because we're going to talk fries right now, but we're going to do a little fry talk later. Don't you move from that microphone, Robert. You're still in this.
Bobby Joke's trying to like
I know.
sketch
It's
away.
trying to ease
right here.
away. Hell no. So
Staying in for the long haul.
I'd much rather have if we're gonna do chips and dip, I'd probably get a order of fries for the table than chips and dip. Let's consider fries an appetizer. Fries better than chips and
Fries
dip.
are a side. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. You can't just change the rules.
Well,
to
I'm
make
just
your,
saying,
try to
y'all,
make
y'all
a
are
point work.
insane.
You're insane.
You'll
I don't know.
All right,
who votes?
Let me ask you
chips
this.
and salsa?
Let me ask you this. Will you? All right.
2-1. Bojangles said he votes for us too. That's 3-1.
You'll take the most plain, like, fucking chips and salsa over any appetizer? Is that what you're telling me? Because I will take any plain pie over any cake. Like any just regular $10
Rhubarb pie.
No, not fuck
Mincemeat
you, man.
pie.
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. That's not a real pie. I mean, it's a pie, but it's not a dessert pie.
I will take any $10
Cream
grocery
pie.
store Randall's
But not the
pie
good kind.
over any cake. Most cakes. Right? Are you telling me you'll take any salsa over any?
I mean, obviously there's exceptions.
All right then. Don't sit
But
here
like
and tell
still,
me
if you're like any
that
app,
chips
go.
and-
I'd say chips and salsa.
Oh, you're so stupid. So I take you to
Just
dinner.
because I don't agree with you.
I take both of you guys to dinner.
Because
and I
we
say,
don't agree
all
with
right,
him, we're
guys.
idiots."
All right, guys. Dinner's on me. Each you guys pick your own appetizer. Boom. I mean, and we're out like at a fucking nice restaurant where they got appetizers galore, and you're gonna pick chips and salsa.
Probably not at a nice restaurant, no. But like at a regular restaurant,
I'm-
like what restaurant are we going to?
What restaurant do they not give you chips and salsa to begin with? Every Tex-Mex place they'll put down a
Done.
bas-
Exactly, which is why it's great. You don't have to pay for it.
Okay. This is a stupid conversation.
Like if I'm going to like a steakhouse,
Chips
I'm not
and
going to get
salsa.
chips and salsa.
We're gonna
obviously.
have to put this out to the people, like on a Twitter poll or
Guys,
something.
chips and salsa
Chips and
or not?
No,
Team chips or team not chips?
I'm not saying I'm against chips and salsa. I don't think they're gross. I just don't think they're the best appetizer. I wouldn't even call it an appetizer.
Guys, weigh in on this. Twitter
Just-
at PassGaryPod, at Alex J.
Is
Milton,
chips
at
and
Real Chris
salsa
Hogan,
the best
at
appetizer?
Robert Barbosa 03.
I can't believe you guys deviled eggs. Really?
Devil's eggs, get the fuck out of here. That's not even like a top 5. That's not even a top 10. That's not even close.
It is. Yes,
If
it
we're ranking,
is.
it's nowhere near it.
Oh, you're
That's minor
insane.
league appetizer shit.
You're fucking
Deviled eggs
nuts.
suck.
Dude, you get the little paprika or the Tony's Chacheries on the deviled egg. Oh, it's
Oh,
fun.
'cause you have to
Or
put
the
shit on it
bits
'cause
of
they suck by
bacon
themselves?
when you go to a nice
You have
place.
to put shit on it because it sucks by itself? Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about like Super Bowl parties. They got the deviled eggs and all right. What's your favorite meal at a Super Bowl party? The 7-layer dip?
I don't fucking know. I don't go to like a lot of. I don't.
Damn it, Alex.
Wings, probably. Wings.
All right then, wings is an appetizer.
Wings isn't an appetizer. Wings is a meal.
Go to a restaurant and see where wings
They're
are.
stupid
under the-
appetizer.
under
It's a
the-
meal appetizer. That's what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get wings, or you get fucking stuffed mushrooms, or dare I
People
say,
have wings
deviled
for a
eggs.
meal.
They do. I can have deviled eggs for a
You
meal.
can have chips and salsa as a meal, but that's not a traditional
I
meal.
get that. Okay, so we're gonna take wings out of it. You can't.
That was
that's-
your example right there. So
all right,
you just
well,
killed yourself.
All right. I don't think that the majority of people will say, "Oh, chips and salsa, or stuffed mushrooms, or deviled eggs, or mozzarella sticks, or fucking chicken poppers."
I
or
feel like
whatever.
mozzarella sticks would be the closest one to like just all around everybody could be okay with.
Insane.
Deviled eggs is way down there. Not everybody's gonna be cool with that. That's not the most popular.
I'm surrounded by dumbasses. It's hard to. Swallow.
You're the dumbass.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
the dumbass.
if everybody else
I'm the
seems to be a dumbass to you, maybe you're the dumbass.
I can't believe 2 out of
So
3 people
just look in the
believe
mirror.
that deviled eggs
And
are gross.
Bojangles also agrees with us. So
Fuck you.
That's 3.
I feed Bojangles deviled eggs daily.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do.
I know you wouldn't want to deal with that shit.
No, I would not.
You would not
oh
want
my
to deal
God.
with those post deviled eggs dog farts.
I will say they do give you the shit. They don't give you the shits. They just make your farts smell like.
And they give you the shit stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so got the crawfish, blue water seafood. Now this is what we've been trying to tell you guys about. I think we said it last week. We're gonna do a crawfish crawl, similar to a pub crawl. We're gonna do this. Now I can't do it this week, and I got some
Are
shit
you doing
going
this
on.
with listeners? Or
If they want to join, why not?
Oh, why not?
Like, why not? Bobby Jokes, are you down to do this? We should do like a
Well, what are you
video
sniffing?
version of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Definitely.
He's just chilling.
Usually
But,
they sniff when they gotta go pee pee.
but if your dog pisses in the tiny studio,
He's not.
I swear to God. If Jessica was here, we'd make her clean it up, but she's sewing shirts right now.
She's where?
Sewing shirts.
Sewing shirts. That's right.
In some sweatshop over in Ethiopia. I don't know. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the top 5, which has been changing a lot lately, honestly. But we're going to go to the top 5 places that we have. There's my phone right there. I'm trying to do the power rankings real quick. But our top 5 has been changing because we had Mike's, I think, was in our top 5. And because Blue Water moved up there, Mike's moved down one. So Mike's is number
liked
6 now.
Mike's.
Mike's was good. But right
They had
now,
the best oysters I'd ever had.
they had really good oysters.
God, I love oysters. Except for the crackers were very stale.
Not at Blue Water. Blue Water, they keep their crackers fresh. So number 1 was LA Fisherman, 2 is Blue Water Seafood, 3 Bayou City Seafood and Pasta, 4 is BB's Cafe, and 5 is Hank's Crawfish. Now, we've got all this on the Stuff from the Show page. You can go see the power rankings if you want to. It's also on our Facebook page. And we're going to try and go to the top 5. Now, I mean, we still got to hit up.
We're going to knock that out in one day.
We're going to do like a pound or two because some of them you have to buy 2 pounds minimum. So if we can get a bigger group, then it'll be much easier.
So
but we were going to go do.
I've got like a day. Like in July?
Yeah, let's do it like not this weekend, but next weekend.
Okay.
Or the weekend after. We'll figure it out. In the next 2 weeks, or next 3 weeks, we're gonna do a crawfish crawl. Let us know if you're down for that. And we're just gonna go have like a beer and a pound of crawfish, or 2 pounds of crawfish at each place, and then we're gonna go to the next place. Now what?
Bo was just like 2 feet away from Robert, and he was like sniffing the chair, and Robert just casually, very carefully got his wires out of the way so Bo didn't knock anything down, and Bo just like scurried away as quick as he possibly
He's
could.
Scared of him.
Why is he scared of the Mexicans? Oh, I'm sorry.
What have you been teaching him?
Hispanics.
What have you been teaching him?
I don't know, man. It's not like we watch Danny
I
Trejo
would say that
movies.
he's probably learning it from his father,
maybe.
wouldn't you?
Where else would he learn it from?
Yeah, he wouldn't learn it from me.
I'm pretty hurt. Right
I don't see
Are
color.
you pretty hurt? I'm sorry, Robert. It's weird. He does it with all the maintenance guys in my apartment.
So crawfish streak is at 16 weeks. We're going to do a crawfish crawl. And Portugal the Man came out with a new album this week. They're one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time. It was called Woodstock. And I think right now this is the album of the year. I've listened to it. And this is like the first album in a long, long time that I've just nonstop listened to. And all weekend I just kept replaying it. And I was like taking the dogs I was watching out just to go like listen to it a little bit longer.
I've been doing that this week too.
It's pretty with Portugal the Man?
No. So one of my favorite movies, Inside Llewyn Davis. You ever seen that?
Is it a porno? Well, it sounded like it. Okay. Oh, excuse me for asking a question.
I never even thought about that. That's hilarious.
But
anyways,
yeah.
hold on. So I was watching, and this is a great fucking movie about this dude in New York in like 1961, and he's like a folk singer. He's like Bob Dylan-esque, and it's like the best soundtrack. And I was just listening the hell out of that soundtrack. It's probably the best soundtrack to any movie ever.
Well, this is like a real album. It's not a soundtrack, so it's better, basically. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, these are real songs. Dick.
Well,
Dick.
it's just like a mixtape if you think about a soundtrack.
Fuck you,
A
Alex.
soundtrack is just a fancy way of saying mixtape for a movie, if you think about it. But yeah, Portugal the Man. It's got like 10 songs on it. It's all good. All in the show with one of those beats, one of those tracks. But it's like it's cool because it's like it feels like Portugal the Man's got their own like kind of like new age alternative sound, and this feels like you're like going back in time and like going through like a travel of like all these like different genres of music, because it feels like they bring in like all the stuff that's going on now. Like I feel like you can hear some 21 Pilots kind of stuff, some Panic at the Disco kind of stuff, but then you can also hear some stuff where you're like, this kind of sounds like a Nirvana track, but like with Portugal the Man's spin on it. It's cool. Like they have so many different sounds, but they are able to make all of those different genres they feel like that they're trying to sample into kind of go into the Portugal sound. And they've got those hip hop drums, which is always fun to listen to.
Are they from Portugal?
They are not. They're from I believe Sacramento, California.
It's weird.
Portugal the Man. But yeah, check out Woodstock, guys. It's the name of their album, and let me know what you think. It's pretty dope, and I'll play you guys out with one of those in the podcast today. But also TJ Miller, one of my favorite comedians, just put out a new special on HBO. It's called Meticulously Ridiculous. It's awesome. Not the funniest special I've seen, but it's pretty funny. I was like howling, laughing throughout it. Like it's funny because you can see.
Did you know it was coming out?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You watched Silicon Valley at all? Oh, because on Silicon Valley, like all of the before it, those ads were running
it's
for
all
it.
on HBO.
But
I was randomly just kind of scrolling through HBO and saw it. Oh, TJ Miller. I didn't know he had this, and I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
just
like
came
an
out.
old one or something. And I watched it, and it was kind of funny.
It's pretty good, but it's cool because a lot of people I feel like just write him off as like I don't understand anything he's saying. But then he went on to like rants about like death and like how death is imminent and all of this, and he was talking about how he had a brain hemorrhage at one point, and the doctor's like, "You are going to die," and his only response was, "No, you're going to die. We're all going to die. Everyone's going to die." He's like, "But you're going to die like soon."
Yeah.
And like just like little things like that where you're like, man, he's really smart, and he'll go off into like this like deep thought. And you're kind of just like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then he just makes a joke about it.
Himself with water.
Yeah, and he's just poured water on himself the whole
He came out on
show.
stage and he had like a bottle of water in every single pocket, and I was like, must get thirsty. And then like the first 2 minutes, he's just dumping a bottle of water on his head.
There's a really funny part with like spray water. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but definitely watch the HBO special. It's pretty funny. But like if you see like throughout the show, like they'll take different like angles of it, and like if they do the overhead angle, you just see puddles of water all over the stage. And then like there's
Emma had a really interesting theory.
Yeah, Emma said she thinks maybe he like sweats a lot, and so he was like, oh, if I'm just soaking wet, then no one will notice that. And yeah, but it's funny like looking at the stool because he's got all these like crushed up and like half bent water bottles all on it. So it's a pretty good special. I would definitely recommend checking that out. And that is where I've been.
Well, you know where else I've been?
Where?
I sent you the very first Big Brother email of the year.
You did.
I did.
You did, but we're going to talk about it.
Are we going to talk about that?
Well, actually, no. Fucking let's talk
Let's
about it right now.
fucking talk about it
Let's
right
talk
now.
about
Let's
it
talk about
right
it.
fucking
So
now.
I was,
the show that bridges the gap, guys, between football season. Because really what we're here to do is talk a lot of football. We want to talk shit to each other pretty much during football season. But until that happens, we got to watch something. And sports is pretty much done. Like, baseball's cool, but Chris doesn't like baseball, really.
That's not true.
He hates baseball.
What?
Chris tells me every day he hates baseball.
That's not true.
No, he doesn't hate baseball. But just, baseball is not as exciting to talk about
Especially
day in
now.
and day out as football is. Because you have 162 games. But what is fun to talk about is Big Brother.
Yes, indeed.
And the 19th season is kicking off a week from today, motherfuckers.
No, a week from tomorrow.
Well, we're recording it on a
Oh,
Tuesday,
yeah.
so a week from Wednesday, if you're listening on a Wednesday, I think it's the 28th.
Is it a
is
2-hour
the day.
episode?
I don't know, but it's gonna be a good one. I'm sure. I'm assuming it's the like one of the older like median ages in the group. I think it's like late 20s, so that's pretty cool. So like maybe they're gonna be more mature, not as much drama going on.
There's always going to be drama.
Yeah, there's probably still gonna be drama, but
Robert
yeah.
is falling asleep in the corner over there. He has no interest
Bobby
in Big
jokes. We're
Brother.
forcing him to buy the CBS All Access Pass for $5 a month. We're gonna force him to buy that and watch it with us because I think you're gonna get into it. So what we
Trust
got?
me, if I can get it, like I don't know how, I don't know why. It's so stupid.
Dude, but it's so stupid, but it's so easy to follow.
entertaining.
It's on
so
3 nights
easy.
a week, so there's always something to
There's
do.
always
If you
something.
have the live feed, it's like a show that never ends. It's
And you get
incredible.
into it.
And you do get sucked into
You
it.
get
And
sucked,
if
like-
you want to be like sucked into something, like I get sucked into football and in all sports at the end of that shit, like this is exactly what you need to do, guys. And then it's over, and like you're in the 3rd or 4th week of football season, so it's perfect. They change the schedule up with football season, so you're not missing football games while you're watching Big Brother. It's the best way to bridge the gap, and I hated the idea of this show when I first heard about it. And until I lived with my girlfriend, and she was already watching it, and then I was just kind of, whatever, I'll watch this stupid show. Okay, now I hope that guy stays. No, my favorite guy got voted out. What the hell? Like, that was how I was, and I was hooked. And then I got you hooked on it.
I remember, because I started watching it last year, but the year before that, I was doing the podcast, and you were kind of telling me about it and everything, and I, like, one night, before I started watching it, it's on TV, and it was like towards the end of the season at this point, and I had never seen a single episode before, and I was like, I really like that guy, and it was James, little Asian dude, and I was like, I like that guy, and then all of a sudden I found myself rooting for this guy that I'd never seen before in my entire. You just get into it,
And
it's
that's
weird.
what, like, they've already released the cast. If you want to go look at the cast, you can go look at the cast, I'm sure, on like CBS.com or whatever.
Isn't that usually a surprise though?
No, the cast isn't. They release the cast and they do like pre-show interviews with the cast, but like they don't get to meet themselves. Like the cast doesn't get to
Right,
meet
but
each other
they
or
don't,
anything. But you get to know who it is. And
Are
it's
they
funny.
already in a house?
Well, right now they're in like sequester, so they're all
That's
like
what I'm saying.
separated, and I
Yeah.
think they're telling him like these are things you can do. This is like they want to see if somebody's gonna crack before the first week, and then like they've got alternates hanging out somewhere. From what I understand, I'm not positive.
But like last year, it was a big thing that they brought all those people back. They're not.
They
doing
brought
that this
4
year.
people back, and it looks like there's 16 newbies this year. They had 12 new people and 4 returning players that came back last year.
Oh.
Now there's just 16 people that are new, which I like about that. And
Well, I
especially if
wanted
you're just
them to
getting
bring
into it for
back
the first
fucking,
time.
You know,
But especially if you're getting into it for the first time, this is the best kind of thing.
Bronte, bring back Bronte.
But I like it when like you know that no one. Like, I hate when you watch a show and someone came back from it that you're like, I don't know who this is. I don't know their story from the last time they were on.
Yeah.
And then you
Well,
met.
that's how it
like,
was for me.
with Frank and everything like that. Like that was how it was for me. But like I still liked him. And so right now we do our Big Brother pool. So we have 16 people that are in the pool, and it's as simple as it can be. We draw names, and then we'll be like, okay, this is the house guest, and then this is your name, and we'll just draw out of a hat, 2 hats, and we pair you up. And if your house guest wins, you win. You don't have to do anything. Literally, that is it. It is that easy.
You can root for your guy.
I mean, you can root for it, and it just gives you maybe more of an incentive to watch or whatever. But we've got 14 people in our 16-person
I just thought
pool
of
so far.
another person,
Of another person to be in it?
Mhm.
Who?
Nick from work.
Does he watch it?
Hell yeah,
Well, then
he
tell him
watches it.
about it.
Yeah, I'll tell
Does he
him.
listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
tell them to fucking listen and then watch it.
Okay.
But okay, so we need some people. So all you gotta do is tweet us at PassAgrayPod, at Alex J Middleton, at Real Chris Hogan, and say, hey, get me in that Big Brother pool. The first 2 people to tweet us or to get at us are gonna get in. We have 2 spots open. I'm gonna read the names of the people in it, and what have we decided for a prize? All right, let's just. Do they get to host a show with us? They get to come. They get to sit in.
Yeah, they get
to sit in and hang with us, and
see how the fudge is made.
Maybe they can do a barbecue review if they want to do that. Because after crawfish season ends, barbecue, we're gonna go hard in the paint for barbecue.
Well, we got to
season.
start now.
We're gonna start making up
baby.
for it.
Tomorrow's the first day of summer. Today, if you're
summer
listening.
ended when it was, or summer started when it was Labor Day or Memorial Day, or whatever it was.
Incorrect.
Maybe.
Tomorrow's the first day. Of
To
summer.
me, it was Memorial Day.
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend, when you get that log weekend, that's when my summer is starting. When there's pool parties, summer's there. But so right here, these are the 14 people that are already in the pool right now. So if you don't hear your name, hit us up on the Twitter or on just on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter and say, get me in the Big Brother pool. I am, Chris is, Bobby Jokes, Phyllis, Rory Taylor, Russell Stewart, Michael LeBear, who won it last year. Michael LeBear won a Make America Gravy Again hat last year. That was our prize for that, and that was a pretty cool hat that he won. He was sporting it around, I saw. Juan Perdomo, Aaron Raybold, Joseph Acosta, Emma Lawler, Darren Hemel, Amanda Hemel, and Allison Marson are our 14 participants thus far. We need 2 more. So just hit us up. It's not hard at all. There's no buy-in. Every time I'm like, hey, are you doing that? Like, what's the buy-in? I'm like, it's not a fantasy football league. Like, literally, we're just throwing your name out so we have a reason to talk about it. What is everybody staring at?
I'm looking at Bo.
Okay, well, Big Brother pool, guys. At PassAgrayPod. Hit us up on Twitter. Get me in that motherfucking Big Brother pool. Just let us know, and we'll let you know. I'll tell you if you're in or out. Okay?
We'll give our thoughts on.
We just want to fill out the rest of this.
We'll give our thoughts on the.
I'm pretty excited.
Next week.
We were gonna have a guest on next week, and I told Chris, I was like, no, we can't have a guest on because we're gonna do the Big Brother drawing. What the fuck? We can't have a guest. Be like, what the hell's wrong?
Yeah,
with
seriously.
I'm gonna leave. Actually, I can't. Something came up in the middle of the podcast. But Big Brother starts next Wednesday, so looking forward to that, guys. Now we talked. This is normally where we do comeback kid of the week, and we talked about. Last week you weren't here, obviously, but Bobby Jokes probably remembers because he was present. And we talked about Mount Rushmore season was my comeback kid because, that gap in between baseball or in between the end of basketball and hockey season going into football, like it's just there's not shit going on in sports radio. So everybody kind of like breaks into like the cheap, the stupid, the easy topics to talk about. And it's like, oh, who's on your Mount Rushmore of blank? So I figured out, I brought it up. Maybe every week we should do this, unless Big Brother gets really crazy. But I'm going to try and find a really stupid NFL filler story or an article that somebody posted about something stupid that has to do with football or just, mostly football. And we'll try and make a Mount Rushmore out of that. Now, my friend Darren sent me this story, and it's pretty great. It says, shellfish allergy won't stop Adrian Peterson from tearing up New Orleans cuisine. Because, he's got a shellfish allergy, apparently, and he still loves to eat all of those, that Cajun food, I guess.
Absolutely.
This is on ESPN.com, Chris.
Okay.
So this is an ESPN article about football.
Covering the hard
stuff.
This
is really what's going on in sports right now. But I thought maybe, why don't we kick off our Mount Rushmore season by the Mount Rushmore of shellfish that Adrian Peterson can't eat. I think we should go around the room.
So it's just top 5.
Just your top four.
Sorry, top 4.
Mount Rushmore at 4.
Yeah, top 4 shellfish.
So it's gonna go up on that mount.
Okay.
Who do you got? You go first.
Okay, obviously crawfish is gonna be on that list.
Okay.
Obviously, like right smack dab in the middle. There's just gonna be a giant, nasty crawfish. Shrimp. They have a shell.
Yeah, that is definitely one. Okay.
That's one? I'm getting away with this?
Yeah. No, shrimp is definitely a shellfish.
The judges will allow this? Okay, I was expecting a little kickback from that.
No.
Shrimp, definite fucking league.
I will be including shrimp on mine as well.
I think shrimp is probably my favorite seafood.
Okay.
Even though I just built the hell up out of crawfish like that. But
right.
Shrimp, man, fried shrimp, you can't beat that. So, crawfish, shrimp, definitely not lobster because lobster is too overrated. Man, I don't know. Shellfish is hard because you don't get a whole lot of meat. What are some of the shellfish?
You got to round. Okay, I'll give you my 4 then, guys.
Oh.
I got crawfish, number 1.
I
got lobster. I got crab, and I got shrimp. Those are my 4. That's my Mount Rushmore of shellfish that Adrian Peterson can't eat. Bobby Jokes, what is yours?
You know what? I'm gonna go.
Go to the mic. Go to the mic.
I need to look.
Oh, now everybody's just making theirs. I mean, I didn't tell him I was.
Go slow, Robert.
I didn't tell
Take
him I
your
was
time.
springing a new segment.
I'll
today.
go
Take your
crab,
time.
Crawfish, oyster, and lobster.
Oh, oysters!
Okay.
I forgot about oysters.
Crab,
God
crawfish,
damn you.
oyster, lobster. That's not bad. Not bad.
Okay, here we go. Crawfish, shrimp, oysters, and crab legs.
Crab. It's a shellfish. It's like the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
Crab legs are a part of the crab.
Okay, then crab. But you can get crab legs.
Well, yeah, but like that's part of the crab, so that would be
Okay.
saying crab would be throwing it all into there. Yeah. It's your favorite shellfish.
Wait, okay, whatever.
It's like the actual thing,
I get that, but you can
not like I didn't say lobster tails.
you can get crab and then you can get crab legs, right?
But where do the crab legs come from?
The crabs.
Right.
But
So
is
they're
there
the same
there
thing.
other meat other than the?
Well, yeah, but like
That's what I'm saying though.
what's in crab legs? Crab meat.
But I think it's different though. Is it
It's
not?
that thing. We're all in the same category. It's all in the
Hold
same
on,
category.
I want to no. There's crabs and then there's crab legs, right?
Yeah, and the crabs walk on their crab legs, which is like
I fucking get that, Alex. But there are
I don't
crab.
know if you do.
Okay. When you can order crab and then crab legs,
Yes, you can.
and I'm saying crab legs
because they typically don't always come with the legs.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, crabs are on yours.
No crab legs.
I'm not gonna let you.
You're making my dog upset now.
Well, you're getting your dog to try and take off all of our microphones.
I'm not
and shit
stupid
now.
here.
I didn't say you were.
So why are you disagreeing with me?
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying that like that's under the same category.
Okay, whatever.
God damn, way to ruin this new segment.
Jesus
Sorry, guys.
Christ fucking
Sorry.
mighty,
I try and premiere a new
No,
segment,
man.
and everybody just shits
I'm not
all over.
You're
it.
the one shitting all over me.
What's with the history?
Crab.
You know what? Maybe if you were wearing some MeUndies,
Christ
you wouldn't be such a little
fucking
bitch right
mighty.
now, Chris. Let me tell you guys about MeUndies. Maybe go and change into some MeUndies and just chill the fuck out, Chris. Huh?
I'm chill as a cucumber.
Pride starts on the inside, gang, so celebrate yourself with MeUndies. MeUndies makes the ultimate feel-good undies with free shipping right to your door, and there's a satisfaction guarantee. They're designed in LA, and every pair of MeUndies is made with micro-modal, a fabric that's 3 times softer than cotton. Their soft, stretchy undies come in an ever-changing array of colors and patterns, and no matter what your style, they have something for you. That's because MeUndies believes in people feeling good and being themselves, which is why MeUndies is putting their money where their underwear is during Pride Month. For every pair of special edition Celebrate undies you buy during Pride, MeUndies is going to donate $1 to the Los Angeles LGBT Center. As if you needed another reason to try MeUndies, they're offering 20% off your first pair and a satisfaction guarantee that you'll love them or your money back. Just visit our URL, MeUndies.com/podcast. Head to MeUndies.com today and pick up a pair of special edition Celebrate undies. You'll not only get a discount of awesome, you'll be donating to an amazing cause. Check out MeUndies.com/podcast today. MeUndies.com/podcast. And if changing your underwear isn't going to chill you out enough, maybe grab a nice Kräftig Lager or a Kräftig Light, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. It's American-owned and purity brewed, made with simply the best ingredients available to brewers: pure water, fine barley, malt, premium brewer's yeast, and noble Huerto hops. No adjunct like rice or corn to lower the cost or alter the taste, and there's no industrial enzymes to shorten the natural brewing cycle. It's just an all-natural, all-malt brewing process that gives you less to give you more. That uses less to give you more of what you want, which is a stronger flavor, and it's at parity with the leading premium plus beer brands. It's Kräftig Lager and Kräftig Light, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. American-owned, purity brewed. You can pick it up at most local Houston area HEBs. You fine now? Have we chilled out, Chris?
I'm chill,
Are we
Alex.
okay?
Yes.
Is everything all right now?
Yes. Fucking
Just
asshole.
you breathe a little bit, buddy? You're getting so upset. You're getting
whatever.
so worked up.
Fuck you, Alex.
Sometimes you just get so worked up.
Fuck you.
You just get so worked up. All right. Now we've got the comeback kid. How about that? I thought that Mount
How
Rushmore
long
segment
have we been
worked.
going? I feel
It
like
doesn't
this is
matter,
going
Chris.
forever.
This is an endless podcast. People like
seriously,
that.
where are we at?
That doesn't matter. Don't worry about
Okay, I feel like we've been going at least an hour.
it. You're stepping up on the baseline.
Fuck the base.
It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. You got anything back for
Yeah,
us? Because
I
I
do.
feel like I always steal yours. So why don't you lead us?
Slaves are back.
Slaves.
Juneteenth was yesterday, Alex.
Juneteenth. I told you happy Juneteenth.
You did tell me
I did
happy
tell you happy
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
I always laugh when I hear about Juneteenth, not for
I didn't know that people didn't know about it. Like I had people that they were like, "What is
Well, it's a
Juneteenth?
Texas thing.
What is that?" And I was like, "That's when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, right?"
No.
No,
No.
that's when the slaves were freed, though. But that was because of the Emancipation Proclamation.
No, that's when the
right?
slaves were freed in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was everywhere.
No, it's just Texas.
That's why I
It's
thought
a-
emancipation.
It's a Texas
well,
thing.
I learned things today.
Yeah. So there's this.
Now
great
we're gonna have a new segment. This is called "Black Guys Explain
black
Things."
There's this
Chris, so tell me about Jerry Curl. No, I'm just kidding.
There's this great thing. There's a great story in my family about my uncle on my dad's side, who's black, and he got really upset at his job like years ago because he saw that they were celebrating like Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day and all this stuff, and they didn't do anything for like Black History Month or Juneteenth. So he got super fucking furious, and he like started this petition, and he got like people to sign it and everything, and it got to the point where like HR called him into their office and said, "Hey man, you can't be like telling people to be pissed off at us," kind of thing, and like threatening to fire him and stuff like that. And then he got so worked up, and he was yelling at his boss because they weren't doing anything for Juneteenth. And then he like one of his coworkers like says, "Dude, you need to go outside, get some air." So they walk him downstairs and get
Kinda
outside.
like you.
Exactly, to get some air. And he's fuming because they're not doing anything for Juneteenth. He's fuming, and as he's fuming, he's working downtown. A little Girl Scout selling cookies. "Do you want to buy some cookies?" And he cusses the little Girl Scout out.
What?
"I don't want to buy no fucking cookies right now." And he's just going fucking crazy because they're not celebrating Juneteenth.
Spin zone.
Spin
like
zone.
a freed slave would probably want to buy Girl Scout cookies, right?
Probably.
Like that would be like an awesome freed move that you just made right there, and then like
Yes.
you're stimulating the economy that now you're gonna be a part of.
But I always give him shit for that because why would you be? Why are you pissed off about Juneteenth? First off, it's not like. Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's important
It's a
to
good thing slaves were, but like most people don't really like. You don't ever hear about it. You know what I mean?
But maybe you should stay woke.
Maybe
They're trying
you
to hide
should.
this holiday, huh?
I mean, it's no 4th of July. or
Juneteenth
anything.
should replace Columbus Day if we think about it.
You think so?
I mean, now
I mean-
everybody.
I
Have you
mean-
noticed like no one talks about Columbus Day? Like this year it came and went, and it was just like, yeah, banks didn't work.
Didn't work.
Like nobody really brought up like you didn't learn about Christopher Columbus.
I bet you in
Now
the
they're
near
like,
future.
let's not talk about that.
I bet you in the near future we're gonna start coming to work on Columbus Day,
Oh yeah, we are.
and like schools are gonna be open, and
We'll get like a Black History Day.
probably
Martin Luther King Day is already an off day, right?
yes
For some people.
for most people, all of people, I would say.
I worked on Martin Luther King Day.
Well, that's because you wanted to take like Labor Day off.
Well, also like I felt like that it wouldn't be fair to me as a white guy that I was working while my black brethren were, you know, like after everything they had given, you know, like I was like, why don't I work? I'll work for you guys, and that's what I thought. I was just trying to bear that burden.
You dug
I
yourself
was just
into a
trying to
hole.
help out. I'm just trying to, you know,
Good
trying
for
to
you.
help.
What else is back?
That's all you got?
Yeah.
All right. Well, dads are back. It was Father's
Oh
Day.
yeah, it was
so,
Father's Day. Oh, I forgot
dads-
about talking about Father's Day.
Yeah, they were back. I actually already brought it up. I don't know if you remember me talking about getting bit by a dog. I was over for Father's Day. Did bring it up, so you obviously didn't pay attention.
What all did y'all do? What did you get your dad?
All right, so we got him this dope ass cooler my brother saw, and it like yeah, everybody's like, oh, Yeti's cool and all this. Like Yeti keeps the ice like without melting for like
they're
6
so
days
heavy.
or whatever. They are heavy, but like they're awesome. They're awesome coolers. My brother found this cooler that's just like a regular size cooler, but it's also like a refrigerator. So it's just like a cooler, but might as well be a refrigerator. So you just get to skip out on the ice. So it's like, oh yeah, let me just take all of this beer and everything and just turn this on, and you can charge it in your car. It holds its charge for 2 days, so you could be gone for 48 hours, and you basically have a refrigerator camping. And like you just don't have to get ice, so you get to put more stuff in there. It's pretty great, and it was pretty expensive, but it was a cool gift to give to my dad, and I think he liked it.
That's pretty cool. I got my dad a barbecue pit. You see how easy that was
Yeah,
for me?
yeah. I also gave my dad a not for Father's Day, but I tossed him a Cal Ripken a crawfish shirt because he was an Orioles fan growing up,
Oh,
and so
very
he,
nice.
he respected the biz, if you know what I'm
biz.
saying.
I hear ya.
But yeah, so fathers are back, dads, and Zima's back, dude. This is my big
Thank
comeback
God, I'm so
kid of
goddamn
the week.
thirsty. You know what's
You
gonna happen?
thirsty?
Yeah.
You thirsty, girl. No.
Thirsty.
So
You
Zima
thirsty
apparently is back in stores. Now I had heard like this was like a rumor that maybe they were bringing it back, but I didn't realize that they
I
were
didn't know it
actually
went away.
pushing. Oh, dude, it's been gone for a while. Yeah, this was like late '90s, early 2000s.
I knew it was an
and then
old
Zima
thing.
went away. It went the way of like Surge. You know, it was probably in that same wave. and then Surge made a comeback.
Went the way of Four Loko.
Now, like Zima has a special place in my heart because I dated this girl in high school, and her mom was a Zima drinker. Her mom had some Zimas, and she would have like the 12-pack, and we would go and just chug Zimas because they like Zimas. Bobby Jokes, do you know what a Zima is? No. You're not. Let's explain this to Bobby Jokes. This is what the kids. We're gonna explain to the kids. Now, this is you're familiar with wine coolers, correct? Not at all. It's like a Smirnoff Ice, maybe. It's more of a
like a
chick
juice,
beverage.
Juice wine thing.
Yeah. It's got like a sugary taste to it. So now back in the day, they didn't have Smirnoff Ice. So I think all the broads were drinking Zimas. And I think guys drink Zimas too, but it was more of a chick thing. It was a very big chick thing.
You were made fun of if you drank
Yeah,
Zima.
no, I'm
if
sure.
you were a guy and drank
Yeah, because I remember like with stuff I would listen to, they would always make fun of those guys. Yeah. But I just remember like being underage, like you can't always get your hands on booze. So like whatever you get is what you're getting, and if you had a 6-pack of Corona that you found, that's what you're gonna drink.
Or Modelo.
Or if your girlfriend's mom had a 12-pack of Zimas, and you didn't have any booze, but you wanted to drink,
my friend's mom,
you'd go and chug Zimas.
My friend's mom had wine coolers. We used to drink wine coolers and then go to the pool.
Well, that's pretty. Yeah, like the daiquiris, the little mini daiquiris.
Yeah.
But like it's awesome because you could just chug those. Or Boone's Farm. Oh, dude, I could chug a whole bottle of Boone's Farm by myself. It was awesome. And we would just go chug like 4 and 5 Zimas at a time, and then go back inside.
Favorite like? Because I love like,
girl drink.
Yeah, I love like a fucking hard cider or like a.
I think hard ciders are good.
Mike's Hard Lemonade or something like that.
I'll like drink that maybe at the house, but I'm not gonna let people see me drinking it.
Those Stella Artois ciders were good. That we were drinking.
But it's like Stella, so I don't feel like weird drinking that. Because Stella's a badass
I'm gonna
beer.
have to bring those back, man, because it's summertime.
Yeah, cider time.
Summertime, baby.
Cider time, baby. But so we got some Zimas. I bought a 6-pack, and I made my brother chug one with me, and then I chugged another one on my own just for old time's sake,
kicks?
just to see if you could back to back it.
Yeah.
But
are we chugging these?
So no, we don't have to chug. Well, we bought 3. So Bobby Jokes, I know you don't drink.
He's not gonna have one. Don't force it.
I know you don't drink, but do you want it for for the show? Maybe
No.
have a sip of Zima. No.
See?
Have you ever had alcohol like touch your lips?
No.
No.
Good for you, man.
Oh, yeah, I respect that though. Do you have like a reason you don't drink, or you just don't feel like it?
Just.
Alcoholism in your family?
If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, like it takes a lot to not drink, and you probably save a shit ton of money. Like if you don't drink and you don't smoke, you're making a fortune really just by saving, and you haven't realized it yet. But my bank account goes through some beer every month. But okay, so I'm gonna go get some Zimas then.
Okay, get some Zimas.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna have some Zimas.
It's Zima time, baby.
On a Tuesday. Oh.
Now, what's cool about the
I've
Zimas
never
is
had
they
a
have
Zima.
like the '90s packaging, so like they have like the diamond-edged like bottle, the side of it.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I've heard from people after I told
Refreshing
them.
citrus beverage.
After I told people that I got Zimas, they were like, "Did you put Jolly Ranchers in them?" And apparently that was like a big thing. People put Jolly Ranchers in their Zima, and I bet you that would make it dope too. But we don't have any Jolly Ranchers.
This is just like a.
It's like a Smirnoff, but it's
like
better.
a lesser than Topo Chico.
But it's like, it is a hybrid of a Topo Chico and a Smirnoff because it's not got all the sugar. Like a Smirnoff, if you drink one of those, like you want to like throw up almost after if you chug it.
A Smirnoff, yes.
It's just got so much sugar in it. Like this has a lot of sugar in it, but it doesn't taste like it.
No.
It tastes like a Sprite.
Yeah, it tastes like a.
Kind of like a flat Sprite.
Exactly, like an almost flat.
A Topo
Sprite.
Chico Sprite. Because Topo Chico to me just tastes like flat shit.
People love.
No, I don't. I'm not like. I'm telling you what it tastes like to me. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Do you like Topo Chico?
No, I don't. I think it tastes like dirty water.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's got that. Ugh,
I used to sell Topo Chicos
which
to
is weird, but I like tonic.
builders. I used to, like, when I was in junior high, when my parents first moved here, I didn't have a lot of friends. And so, because we moved in the summer, so, like, I didn't know anybody. And so my dad got a wheelbarrow for me, and I brought a cooler, and then I would go buy Topo Chicos and Goyas, which is like Mexican, like different colored drinks that have like just like fruit flavors or whatever. And I would fill a cooler with that, and then I'd throw Cokes and stuff in there, and I'd just go around to my neighborhood that they were still building it, and I would sell it to those people for like $1 each.
Nice.
And
That's pretty smart.
I made a pretty good killing, like
Cool.
as like a going to 7th grade kid. So
Did
like,
you
I was
do
like,
that
hell
a
yeah.
lot? Like,
Every day.
Every day. Well, when I was a kid, like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Bo, shut your face. I couldn't wait. Like I remember being.
This Zima is refreshing. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it is incredibly refreshing.
I remember being 13, 14 years old, and I couldn't wait to turn 15 so I can get a job. So like all when I was like 12. I was always like cutting people's lawns and raking leaves and fucking doing all kinds of crazy shit, washing cars to make money.
Well, because you want to act like you feel like you're an older, like you look like you're an older person to that.
You just want your own money. Like
Well,
I remember,
I always felt like I was being like older.
I wanted Captain Underpants fucking set. You remember Captain
You want the
Underpants?
whole box?
Like, they had the whole box set.
Yeah, it was like 8 books in it, right?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I got to get that, and I'm not gonna just go beg my parents. I'll just go rake some leaves or something.
You feel like a baller
You feel like
though
a
when you can just
baller.
be like, I don't have to ask mom.
Exactly. Exactly.
And when like old like
how much money would you make selling your soda?
Dude, I don't even remember. Like it was a lot. Like I had like several $100s by the end of the summer.
Did you really?
Because I didn't have like a bank account then. I remember putting money under my mattress.
I still do that.
Really?
No. I used to, yeah, man. I used to have like customers. Like every other Tuesday, I'd go and cut Mrs. Swanson's
That's
yard.
what's up. That's a good. I didn't never do that, but like I just remember being like, when people would see me, they're like, "What are you doing?" Like adults are always like, "What are you doing, bud?" And I was like, "I'm selling these to the construction workers," because I guess they thought it was weird that a kid was just wheeling that around. And I was like, "Oh, I'm selling it to these guys," and they're like, "Oh, well, that's very admirable." And like everybody's like, "Hey, well, sport, good on you!" And like I was like, everybody like looks at me, they're all proud of me. This is awesome.
I know, that's how I felt.
Because like I've never really had like my parents were awesome parents, but like I never really did things. I feel like that made people be like, "Oh, I am proud of Alex."
Yes.
So it was like little stuff like that. It was like it was never like, "Oh, Alex did really good in school." Like, I think I was decent at hockey, but like other than that, like no one ever was like, "Man, he's great at this."
Yeah.
And it was always like, "Alex is in trouble again in school, so let's bitch about this." Alex has detention. Alex had this.
Did you get in trouble a lot?
I talk.
I talk.
I remember I got in an argument with, I think it was my first year here in junior high, and you have homeroom, and then you had homeroom at the end of the day, but you'd have like the regular class, and you usually had homeroom with one of your regular class teachers, right? Now we had to write our name on the clipboard if we were too rambunctious during class, and I had to write my name on the clipboard in the English class. Miss Badig, that bitch. Fuck you, Miss Badig. And anybody who knows her, tell her I said that. But so I had to write my name down, and I remember the second, like we were getting ready to go. We all had our backpacks, and she made me write my name down. And if you had to write your name down twice, then you got like ISS or whatever it was. So you got detention. And I was like, no. And I went to the principal and talked the fucking principal out of giving me a detention, because I was like, now technically, let's just look at it this way. You have to sign it. Like if two people, like if Bobby Smith over here gets written up twice, has to sign his name on the clipboard. Bobby Smith only is in there for like 1 hour class. You know, like I'm in there 2 times. Yeah. I should get 4 times if I have to sign it. You know, if I'm in there for English, I only get 1 time. Like if I sign it once in English, in homeroom, that doesn't make 2. And he was like, no, that's a good point. And I was like, so like I should really get 3 screw ups, honestly, if you think about it, or at least 2. I should get 2 screw ups a day, 1 per. And he was like, no, that's a good point. And I was like, well, just look at anybody else. Look at anybody else. It's harder to do it. Like, that's 2 hours that you're expecting me to do this. He was like, I mean, you can't behave for 2. I was like, no.
No, I can't.
No, I can't.
Are you crazy? This reminds me of, I remember being in junior high thinking, oh, it's so stupid. Why can't we chew gum? Why can't, I get it. Okay, we're going to get it on the carpet or in the books or whatever. But look, I'm not going to do it. Like,
you never heard about the kid that like choked on his gum and died in class?
Oh, fuck that.
Because it didn't happen.
I thought it was the cuntiest thing in the world when the teachers would make you spit out our gum. And I remember one time the teacher, I was like doing nothing. She just came over to my desk and she put her hand under my chin and she's like, spit it out. I was like, you want me to spit it in your hand? She's like, spit out the gum. So I spit in her hand with the gum. So basically, it was just a pool of spit with the gum. I basically hawked a loogie in her hand, and she was so, like, obviously it's grotesque, and she wiped it on my she wiped it on my arm or whatever, and she's like, go to the principal's office. So I go to the principal's office.
I did what you said.
Exactly, that's what I said to the principal, and she's like, what happened? I'm like, well, she told me to spit my gum out in her hand, and that's what I did, and apparently there was a little bit of spit in that gum, and she thought it was so gross, and she's like, and the principal's like, well, I mean, why did she tell you to spit it in her hand? And I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
That was the best as a kid when you're like, ooh, this adult's siding with,
yes.
ooh, point me. Point me, and then you get to march back to class. That was my favorite. Because I remember that day. I can tell you exactly how that day went because we were in one of the trailer buildings. I'll get to march down there, and I was just like, fuck yeah. Principal signed off on my hall pass. I walked back in. You didn't expect to see me, did you?
That was great. It was always good stuff.
Well, yeah. Mr. Cross said that I actually should get 2 per because he doesn't necessarily think that's fair, and she was just. But like the day was almost over anyway, so she was just but you could just tell. I got one up on you there.
Good times. Where are we? I don't even know where it's.
No, we're at Comeback Kid. We were talking about Zima because it is Zima time.
Okay.
And man, it is still refreshing.
It is good.
It is.
I mean, it's like.
I wouldn't drink it at like a pool because I wouldn't want people to see me.
No.
Honestly, right now I wouldn't care. But it's 5% alcohol, so you can probably get pretty fucked up on this.
No, you cannot.
If you bought a 6-pack?
I mean, if I'm just kind of like sitting around at the house and kind of thirsty, don't really drink, feel like having a water.
If you don't like
I'll reach
booze,
for a Zima.
you don't like the taste of booze, but you
This
want a
is for
booze,
you.
this is it.
This is for you.
Just live the 90s, guys.
'Cause you
Turn on
cannot
some
taste-
Hanson.
Some hands.
Turn on some Hanson.
Bop.
Da, ba, da,
Boom,
boo,
bop.
ba, dee, da, ba,
Boom, bop. Boop, ba, da, ba, ba, bee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
ooh, ah, do, da, 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 ooh, ah, ba, dee, da, da, do, do, da, ba, ba, da, ba, boo, ah, boo, doo, ba. It's a great tune.
I think we probably did a better remix of it than they
Just
did.
saying. The only problem is it takes so long to get to the good part.
Do they even say words in it?
Yeah, they have. They're doing a reunion tour.
I
Can you
hope-
name-
I wanna
Can you
s-
name another song by Hanson?
Thinking of you.
You're looking at Spotify.
Yeah, I am. I was going to say, luckily, I can.
But they're doing a reunion tour.
Well, so you know on Spotify how they have like the like graph of it, like it's got like the 5 bars if it's like a popular song.
Yeah.
Like all of them are 2, but
Bop
bop.
is like 7.
And I don't think they have 1 bar ones. Just get to it. Let's go.
I'm telling you, you gotta
1997, baby.
97.
Summer of 97. God damn it! I thought it was coming in.
I'm
This.
telling you, dude, it takes a while.
Like, why would you cut out the
I don't
best part
know.
of the song and make us go here?
They do that with that other song, and I would walk 500 miles. They make you wait like a minute to get to that part. And
That's a
everybody
good
loves
song,
that.
though.
And Tiny Dancer.
They're actually telling a story. Hanson, I'm not listening, but they're.
That's my favorite part. That I don't know what's better. We had to release an album. We have this song. We'll have the
Toby
Toby
Keith.
Keith
We have, like,
song.
3 Toby
We
Keith
got
songs.
3 Toby Keith songs. That's good stuff, man. We could release an album,
So, like, my favorite thing about this is just thinking about, like, the writing process for this.
right?
All right, well, like, I don't really have a chorus. What do you got? Okay, well, like, what if we just did
bop?
bop?
And we just
That's
kinda
just not
repeat
it.
that.
Let's just, okay, like, and then, like, the other brother's like, no, I got this. I'm more the acapella bro in the group. He's like, but what if it was like, bop, dap, dap, bop, boo, ba-dee-la-da. Like, dude, that's it. Let's go with that. That's a
very
hit.
Sam Cooke-esque. And there's a lot of Sam Cooke songs that you can tell he just didn't want to write a lyric for a certain verse. So he'll go, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, history. Like, it's so... he does that all the time. I love it. And this is just the same exact thing. Yeah. Good times.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
times.
All right. Were you familiar with that song?
No.
What?
Come on, man.
97. I always forget how old I am until
The
I
Way.
talk to you guys.
I think of that song and what's the name of that band who sings The Way? You know what I'm talking about.
the way.
Fastball.
Oh.
Yeah. Somewhere.
My brother had that. They're coming to town.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're coming to town
I'd-
like Everclear.
Oh, I'd go see
Dude,
them.
it's like classic, like
They got-
90s, early 1000s.
It is because you know what I like about them? They have a very Red Hot Chili Pepper sound.
That's
a good-
knowing the way. And they weren't. There was All the Pain Money Can Buy was the name of the album. My brother had that. And then, am I out of my head? Am I out of my mind?
I've never been so blind. I was waiting for an invocation. It was hard to find.
How do I know all the words?
No matter what I say.
Coming this Christmas.
All right. Oh man.
Pass the gravy. Tunes.
Dude, this.
Pass
know-
the-
when
we
are they
should
coming
really
to
do a
town?
Christmas album.
We should.
But it's like just us singing over YouTube clips. Or it's literally just ripped from the show.
Sometimes I feel
Sometimes I feel
like I'm
like I'm
drunk
drunk
behind the wheel. How do I know this shit?
I don't know. My brother listened to the fuck out of this song though.
Dude, this is good stuff, man.
And then live, Dolphins Cry was also his jam too,
You're
so
an
I remember
Ocean.
that.
The song You're an Ocean.
Yep, that's the next one up. That's not even from the same album. Fire Escape.
Oh, Fire Escape or yeah, this is a good one. What's the? They got one more that I liked. They got it.
This is the 90s on Pass the Gravy.
Alex, when are they coming to town? Because I want to go see them. They're called Fastball, right?
Fastball, yeah, just
Yeah.
Google it, bro.
Okay.
Well, this is the one. If you've heard fastball, this is the fastball.
Yeah.
Named it after one of the easiest baseball pitches, but like whatever. They're obviously a bunch of baseball fans.
Oh, I get high. That's another good one. Don't they kind of have a red hot chili? Like some red.
They do.
I kind of hear that.
It's like a lesser Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers.
Oh, the sun came up that day.
They're like, now on Pass the Gravy, all they do is just play music and sing with it. Like last week, there was 30 minutes of All Star from Smash Mouth.
Did y'all do All Star?
Dude, you didn't listen to the podcast last week, did
No,
you?
I didn't.
Didn't even come on the podcast. Didn't care to listen to maybe catch up on some of the shit we talked about. Phyllis and I listened to probably 30 different versions of Smash Mouth, and like we kept finding remixes of it, and it was like one where it replaced every word with everything that he said at the end of the sentence with like shed, and then one where all the rhymes were reversed, and then one where it just
Hey, for the
repeated the same
camera.
shit.
You got Bo on the camera?
Bo.
I wanted to say hi.
Bo, what is your comeback kid?
Hello. He doesn't have
He
one.
says
right
Alex's house. Alex's house is the
Alex's
comeback
house.
kid because he hasn't been here in a while.
now. Quit licking me. Anyone can see
Bo,
the
do you want a Zima?
road that-
You want a Zima, Bo? Yep, he took a little lick. He took a little lick.
Stop licking the microphone, little Bo.
All right. So I guess
Just shut the sweet
I don't know how we got to this point.
I don't know.
I
How
don't
long
know.
have we been going, Alex? I have to know.
I'm not telling you.
It's gonna
Never
be a
gonna tell
2-hour
you.
one, isn't
It's
it?
definitely gonna be 2 hours. We're at about an hour and a half.
Oh my
We
god.
still have 2 segments left.
Jesus.
So, and the rest of this.
All right.
So, yeah, Zima's back. We really got derailed from Zima. Zima brought back the 90s, which brought us to our favorite 90s tunes.
Absolutely.
So there we go. But I'm going to, it is Zima time.
I think I
gang.
got to take him out.
It's Zima time. You can't fucking take him
I
out yet.
know. Okay. He's fine.
Bobby Jokes, can you run him downstairs?
Bobby Jokes. He doesn't like him. His leash is right up there. This is the last time I bring him. I just brought Bo because I'm going to my parents' house after this, and they're mad they haven't seen the.
No, you can bring Bo. I like Bo over here. Bo's cool. Me and Bo are
just
boys.
you
Bo
know,
likes
he'll-
me more than he likes you. We've
He'll
already talked
pee
about this.
and then just bring him right back up. Here.
He's like, I don't know what to do. Will he bite me?
Come here, Bo.
Okay. So yeah, Zima's back, and it's a refreshing citrus beverage. It's got a limited release according to the bottle, and I'm gonna read you the government warning on it for all of those that may not know about it. It's according to the Surgeon General, guys. Women should not drink these during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. So if you're pregnant, probably don't drink a Zima. But if you want to be a little edgy, then do. And just I would check on the baby afterwards though. So maybe get an ultrasound afterwards. But yeah, Zima back, and also back. We were talking about this a little bit. Mayweather McGregor boxing is back. So Mayweather and McGregor have agreed on the super fight. It's actually going to happen. I believe it's August 26th is the date that'll happen. It's a Saturday. It's going to be in Las Vegas, the T-Mobile Arena. Now,
Oh, we're talking about the fight?
Mayweather's the heavy favorite. I think he was like minus 1,100 when it opened, which is a pretty heavy favorite. Mayweather, like Bill Burr explained this in a pretty solid way that I'm going to steal. And this is almost like if you're like Conor McGregor's a Swiss Army knife. Mm-hmm. Now, Conor McGregor's going to battle against just a really, really sharp knife, and he only gets to use one of the tools.
Irish Army knife.
Okay, whatever. He's like a Swiss Army knife, but he's only able to use one of the tools. And Mayweather's using the one tool he's always used that he's been sharpening his whole fucking career.
That makes sense,
But
obviously,
McGregor's
yeah.
not a boxer, but did you see the picture he put out? It was like, I'm one filthy Irish son of a bitch.
yeah.
And it was him in front of his boxing ring that he's training in Ireland, and it had a mural behind him, and it was him punching Floyd Mayweather in the face. And that's what he's going to be training in front of the entire time, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I love this, and I'm rooting for Conor McGregor with every fiber of my being. I rooted for Mayweather in the Pacquiao fight. I like Mayweather as a fighter, but I think he's a huge douche, but like I still like him. And I think he's
Well, there was that,
one of the best fighters of all time. He's not a fun fighter to watch. He's a very like dip and dodge kind of guy. And
Did he pee-pee? Yeah. Great. Thank you, my man.
and I think that Mayweather is gonna he's one of the best defensive fighters of all time, if not the best. He's gonna dip and dodge, and I think he's gonna. I don't think it'll be a knockout. I don't think he's gonna knock out McGregor at all, but I think that it's gonna be like a 100-90 score by the judges by the end of it. I think he'll win all 10 rounds probably. And if McGregor can get him, McGregor could knock him out, but I don't think McGregor will knock him out. And I love the fact though that McGregor has the ability to kill a sport. McGregor murders the entire sport of boxing if he knocks out Floyd Mayweather. Like, how can you defend boxing ever again by being like, well, remember the time the MMA guy went and just beat the boxer when that was his first fight?
Yeah. Plus, there was that
best boxer ever.
There was that story of that sparring partner who sparred with McGregor.
Now.
And he said, yeah, that dude, I landed some punches, and I'm not a heavyweight.
Now, I read into that a little bit. So I agree with you. He did look bad on that video.
He looked awful.
But it was an edited video that obviously was.
Did you just catch that fly? I think you did.
No, I didn't. He got away.
Fucking Mr.
Dude, that would have been sick, though,
dude.
right?
Jesus.
That would have been
What would have been sicker, though, if you caught the fly?
Ate it.
Well, I was going to say, if you caught the fly and said, fly away.
I would have never done that. I killed it in a
really?
second. Fuck flies.
Fuck flies. Fuck all animals, right?
Why do you want to sit on shit? Fuck you. Don't land on my
God, I'm
things.
sorry. This is going to derail everything, but I got to tell the story.
Well, that's what we've been doing.
So when I was in New York, I was in this park, right? And I was walking in this park, and there was this lady sitting in
Was it centrally located?
No, it was not. It was like in the village somewhere. And there was this lady sitting at this bench, and I was like walking past her, and there was this little tiny bird on the ground, and I was walking, and I saw the bird, but my foot was getting really close to the bird, and the lady screams out, "Oh my God! Don't step on a bird!" And at that moment, I wanted to kick the fuck out of that bird and said, "Bitch, fuck you," and just keep on walking.
Well, that would have been mean.
That would have been very mean. That would have been very mean. But anyways, so the McGregor fight.
The McGregor fight.
Or this video.
Yeah, so it was like 2 years ago. So obviously he wasn't even training for this. So I mean, I'm sure he's way more hunkered down on boxing. Because when you're doing MMA, like boxing is just one of like 9 things you're focusing on doing, depending on who you're fighting. Yeah. And like now he's just exclusively focused on boxing. But like how much? Like what are the balls on McGregor? Like I know he's gonna make like $100 million just for signing the deal already. Unless he kicks him, he can't kick or do any of that shit. But like. He's gonna make a fuck ton of money, but like with the balls on McGregor for like even with the Diaz fight, like let's just go back to like Chad Mendez. Like I'm getting a little crazy, and I have watched a lot of his shit lately, so this is how like I've kind of educated myself on him, so I can talk about it. But like Chad Mendez, he was gonna fight Jose Aldo for the featherweight title, and Aldo got hurt, so he had to fight Chad Mendez, who stepped up to do it. Chad Mendez was a wrestling background kind of guy, and everybody's criticisms of Conor McGregor was he never has picks fights with people that he knows can take him to the ground and can beat him on the ground. He fights Chad Mendez, knocks Chad Mendez the fuck out, and wins that. So then he shows people like, I got the balls, I'll fucking do that, whatever. Then he goes, Jose Aldo hasn't lost in a decade. Knocks him out in like 13 seconds, fastest knockout in a UFC title fight in history. So those are just 2 fights in a row that you do that. And then Nate Diaz, he was going to fight Aldo again, or I believe, he was going to fight Aldo or Alvarez again. Mm-hmm. And he was going to fight Aldo again or Alvarez one time, and then that didn't work out, so he was going to have to. So Nate Diaz stepped up. Nate Diaz is a heavier fighter than him. He's like, sure, I'll go fight you at a catch weight. I'll gain weight in 2 weeks and put my money on the line and fight you. Lost. Got choked out. That was his last loss. And then the balls of him to just be like, okay, well, let's fight Nate Diaz again. Like, I know I'm the title holder right here, but I want to fight this guy. I want to fight the same guy that beat me and prove to you guys that he's not better than me. Fights him, beats him. So like I respect the fuck out of Conor McGregor for just putting himself out there. There's no challenge he's not going to take. If you were like, all right, I bet you can't fight guys shooting at you with guns, he'd probably be like, fuck you!
Fuck you!
You fucking cunt!
I love that they call everybody cunt.
But his accent makes his shit talking 1,000 times better than anybody else. Like, no matter what you're saying to him, he talks way more shit. And him and Nate Diaz talked a lot of shit, and he was way better just because he had the Irish accent, I think. So, I hope McGregor wins. I think he will not win at all. I think there's a 100% chance he loses. But if he wins, he kills the sport of boxing.
Can't say that. Can't say there's a 100% chance.
I think that. I do not think he will win. If I had enough money, I would throw money on Mayweather or on McGregor, though, just because the payout would be so big. But Mayweather, McGregor, and boxing, that's back.
Okay.
So
yes,
okay. Also back, which might be the bigger of these two events, Michael Phelps and sharks.
God.
Because for
this
Shark
is so
Week,
stupid.
Michael Phelps is going to be racing a great
Why do
white
they have to do
shark.
this?
Would you rather watch this or Mayweather McGregor?
Mayweather McGregor.
Now, obviously, this is probably going to be. Have you seen
Michael
sports?
Phelps fighting a shark?
No, fighting a shark.
Oh,
that'd be interesting. But he has to get a knife or something because the shark's bigger.
Obviously.
Go for the eyes. But what if like Michael Phelps gets to be on another shark that hates the shark he's fighting? Would that be a fair fight? But it's a smaller shark. It's not a great white shark. Why has it got to be a great white shark? That's my question. Stay woke. Why can't it be a great black shark? It's 2017, everybody. I'm just saying, get with the times. So I don't know. I doubt he's going to be swimming in the same water with him. I would assume this is going to be something similar to those ESPN sports science things they do on Sports Center, where it's like, would the velocity of a fastball from Clayton Kershaw hit by Yasiel Puig at this many miles an hour, that's the velocity of 17 cows running into a fertilizer plant that's blowing up. You're like, what? And it's just like, it's like all these like skewed stats and everything like that, but like they show like, oh, okay, this guy ran that fast, or like Draymond Green can dunk over somebody that's this high, but he can't do this or whatever. I feel like they're going to have like Phelps swim in a pool there to time it, and they're going to have a shark swim. But what if the shark's not motivated? That's my question. Are they going to throw, like, what are they throwing in there?
They're going to have some kind of equivalent of the bunny at the dog race.
They need to. But
I don't know why they're doing this, because Shark Week already gets such great ratings.
Sharks go like 60 miles an hour swimming. Like Michael Phelps goes like maybe 10 miles an hour swimming.
Jumping the shark?
Is this the end of Michael Phelps? The downfall of Shark Week and Michael Phelps. Now, this is just my thought. I feel like, remember when, was it David Blaine or whoever it was that did the water thing where he was going to be underwater for so long, and like you thought he was going to die if he didn't? Yeah, Chris Angel might have been it. And then he didn't get out of the cuffs or whatever it was in time, and they saved him. And you like watch. I remember watching it on TV, like, what the fuck? I thought he was gonna die. I wouldn't have watched it. It was like the Nick Walinda thing, where it's like, well, we would have cut away if he had fallen. Like, what the hell? Like when he was tight roping across the Grand Canyon, I was pissed. I was like, I want to see something. Like if somebody dies, I want to see it happen. I want to know that it's like real.
It's like
I want Phelps to get eaten if he loses.
Whenever there's a streaker or something on an MLB game.
Well, I get that because they want to encourage people to do it.
Fucking people already know people do it.
Yeah, but like this, in theory, I understand what they're doing.
I don't mind putting the guy who blew up the Boston Marathon on the cover of Rolling Stone.
That's a different discussion for a different day.
I guess.
But yeah, I think that they should have to swim in the same fucking pool. Like, let's make it a saltwater pool. You know, it's a kind of everybody's element. I want to know who's got the home field advantage.
Him surviving is half the game, right?
Phelps?
I
think so.
It's not just can he beat the shark. Can he get in the same water with the shark and survive?
Make it a saltwater pool. Sharks like saltwater. They have bull sharks like freshwater.
Most Olympic-sized swimming pools are saltwater.
Are they? I thought they were chlorine.
No, they're salt.
Did not know that.
When I did my training for a lifeguard, it was salt water.
Well, that wasn't professional swimming, so.
But it was an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And it was where they hold swim meets.
Well, and I didn't know. I guess that's cheaper probably.
And some of the swim meets we would go to when I was on swim team, they were saltwater.
Is it just cheaper than chlorine?
I don't know.
I feel like that must be it. I don't know.
Could be.
You probably have to salt it. Right? You have to resalt.
Yeah.
It also keeps it from melting. I don't know if you know that. Salt
makes your skin feel better.
Oh, really?
Smoother.
Well, I think like they have to swim in the same pool, and if Phelps loses, he gets eaten. Like I think that's what I want the American public to have to see.
And that's his punishment for smoking pot.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I found this. This wasn't really going to be a comeback kid, but I found this article. So that's the end of the Michael Phelps thing. But would you rather see that or the Mayweather-McGregor fight?
Mayweather-McGregor. You already asked me.
Oh, okay, well, I'm asking again. Okay, so this is like one of those impromptu comeback kids that I just see an article. Now, this. I'm just reading you the headline of the article, okay? Mm-hmm. NASA wants to probe Uranus.
God, okay.
And possibly Neptune for the first time. But Neptune was in parentheses. So.
What does probe mean? Just send like a shuttle there?
Obviously, fuck.
Can I say something about this Zima real quick?
It's good.
You can get fucked up on this because you don't know that you're drinking alcohol.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's why we would do that in high school. We would just go chug like 4 of these, and then I'm fine.
I'm drinking this thing, and I don't know.
Like a couple minutes later, you're feeling good.
Absolutely.
But Zimas are dope. Zima's the best comeback kid so far. Like I'm pretty excited we have Zimas right now. Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie.
Should we make it a weekly thing?
Nah, it's too much. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guys that drink Zima every week. Zima, if you're looking for a sponsor, though, you know we do have an official beer sponsor. We do not have an official. Citrus beverage
with 5%
or clear malt beverage either, which I think was what it was originally called. So NASA wants to probe Uranus. Apparently, it's got unusual magnetic fields for some reason, so they want to go over there and fuck around. So Uranus, that's back.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just wanted to say that a little bit. And what's the last one that I got as their comeback kid? The Redskins, the Washington Redskins, because the Supreme Court just overturned that ruling that made their trademark invalid because they're saying that it infringes upon their freedom of speech rights.
Had you ever heard of the slants before this?
I learned that all this morning.
So
I learned
we
that
had
all
this
this morning.
on the show that I produced. We had the slants on like 3 years ago.
Tell the story. Just tell that was basically the story. The guy's band's name was the Slants, and they were saying it was offensive to Asians.
It's an all Asian group. Their band's name is the Slants, and
I didn't know it was an all Asian group. That's even funnier.
Yeah, they're all Asian, and people said, "Hey, y'all are racist for that." And excuse me, I feel a burp coming on.
I might have to re-Zima myself.
I know, right? And yeah, no, people said that band's name was racist, and I'm like, no, it's not. And I didn't like the fact that if you listen to the band's interviews, they said, well, it's not racist because we're all Asian. No, that's not why it's not racist. It's not racist because it's not racist. No, I mean,
because slants are like
if there was a
famous.
white band that did, I don't know, Chinese punk rock or something, and they call themselves the Slants, that's not racist. It's like when I would date girls, like if I dated a white girl, it's like, I'm not racist. I'm dating a black guy. I hated. It always pissed me off. I have black friends. Like, you can have black friends. You can have a black kid and still be racist. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You can have racist thoughts no matter what. But Redskins isn't racist anymore, though.
It never was.
It wasn't the R words. Because I was going to only call them the R words this year. But what I think is going to be interesting is now if all those people that only call them Washington don't do that anymore.
Are those people?
There was
out
that
there?
referee guy that was like, I've never called them the Redskins. I've always said first down Washington ball. Like, and I was like, hey, yeah, I guess maybe that makes sense. I'm not going to go back and look up everything that you said. But this, I think, is a huge step in the right direction for saying, it's freedom of speech, motherfuckers. If you don't agree with it, don't be a fan of the fucking team. Don't go watch them. I don't know a lot of Native Americans that I've seen at games in full Apache outfits or whatever the hell it was watching the Redskins. I don't know many Indian chiefs that are football fans.
Native Americans have actual problems. They don't give a shit about fucking Redskins.
Like trails of tears.
Exactly.
That's what they're worried about.
Well,
not
not
the
so
name
much,
of a football
not so
team.
much today are they worried about the trail.
I'm talking about history. We talk about slavery all the time, Chris. We're talking about
Was it you
about
that didn't know
Indians.
about alcoholism in Native Americans?
I did know about that.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, who was it that didn't know? Was it Phyllis?
It might have been because we were trying to explain it to her. We were like, firewater. You ever heard that term?
Yeah, and like she
That's
didn't
why
know
you don't have
about
firewater in
diabetes
those casinos.
or something. Anyways, I don't know. Where else are we?
Yeah, no. Trademarks and the Washington Redskins are back, which means that entire episode of South Park where they took the Redskins name.
Yeah,
that's all copyright infringing now. Can you go back and sue someone retroactively?
I remember that episode. That was funny.
Washington Redskins. All right, so yeah, that is our Comeback Kids of the week. Let me tell you quickly.
Yeah, right. Nothing about this podcast has been done quickly.
Shut the fuck up, Chris. You derailed it just as much as
saying.
me. Let me tell you guys quickly about our favorite cooking people, Blue Apron. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the great United States of America. Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S. of A. And as a result, that means that you're getting the freshest ingredients delivered right to your door. Create incredible meals in the kitchen in 40 minutes or less. Each week, customers are going to receive a refrigerated box containing all of the ingredients that they need. Those boxes contain cards that highlight seasonal crops and supplier stores, and each set of ingredients corresponds with its own recipe card that has instructions, pictures, and helpful cooking tips. Cooking together builds stronger family bonds. Research shows that the Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times as often. Those families that spend a lot at restaurants and high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 a person for a delicious meal. If you wanted to order Blue Apron this week, let's go look at the menu, Chris. Huh? How about that? Okay. Ooh, some soy marinated chicken thighs, huh? How about that? I'm a breast man myself, but when it's not breast, I don't mind some nice thighs. Cod and tomatillo salad. That sounds dope. Sesame soba noodles, pork chops, and honey mustard pan sauce. The list just goes on and on. All of them look delicious. I have not found one that seems gross when we've been doing all of these reads this entire time. Blue Apron, go check that out. Here's the deal we've got for you. Go to blueapron.com/PTG to get $30 off your first order. That's blueapron.com/PTG. We're literally going to give you $30 in free food. Why not go try it? Go to blueapron.com/PTG. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. And before we move on, let me tell you guys also to go and visit PassTheGravyMerch.com. Buy all of your Pass the Gravy shit. Chris has ordered some shit. He says he hasn't gotten it in yet, but it must have been lost in the mail, or he's lying to us. I think he might be lying. Now, we got the Bomb Pop shirts. I was trying to think of an idea for a 4th of July shirt, And I was like, we have a fucking bomb pop on it already, which is pretty 4th of July anyways. It's red, it's white, it's blue, it's awesome. So you get the Pasta Gravy bomb pop shirt. Is that your favorite, Bobby Jokes? What's your favorite? You like just the regular one, right?
I like the regular one.
I'm rocking the regular one right now. I've worn like Pasta Gravy shit, I think, the last like 4 weeks. I'm just going to keep doing that. So we're going to have to just keep making shirts. But yeah, they're dope shirts, dude. They're soft. They're those Hanes brand shirts that are really cool. They don't shrink too much or anything. PastaGravyMerch.com. Ladies, we give you $1 off because, you know, wage gap. And you get the Wheels on Meals on Wheels shirt. We've got the Dallas killed JFK, People Don't Forget shirt. Because that, I think, that might be my favorite. That's my favorite. Better than the bomb pop. Then we got the one that just has the Pasta Gravy logo on it. We got all kinds of them. Go check it out. We're going to come out with some more for football season, but until this is what we've got right now. Go check it out. Let us know if you bought it. Send me a picture of you guys wearing the Pasta Gravy gear that you buy. PastaGravyMerch.com, guys. So go check that out. And I got to tell you a funny story. My brother was wearing his Pasta Gravy gear out the other day, this weekend. And I don't know if he's going to be happy with me telling this story, but he was gonna go, you know, he met a lady, was gonna meet up with a lady. It was a text message meetup, so this was like, we're both kind of at the bar, but like we're at separate bars, so let's meet up at my place. And he was gonna Uber to her house, and he calls me the next day, and he's like, dude, you gotta guess what happened. But he had already texted me and showed me that he was wearing his shirt out, so he went out to all the bars and everything, rocking PTG, and he said it was a conversation starter. A lot of people were asking him about it, so that's awesome. But he was gonna Uber to this girl's house. He was feeling pretty good. And
You'd had a few Zimas?
Yeah, he had the Zimas had been flowing that night. But
I was laughing. Hold on, I was laughing so hard throughout your live read because I couldn't believe we were drinking Zimas of all fucking things.
Samantha would be so happy.
Anyways, go ahead.
All the Sex in the City gals are gonna be loving Samantha, and I have sex with everybody. But so my brother called me the next day. He was like, dude, so I got out of my Uber and I was kind of fucked up, and I look up and I'm at your apartment, and he had Ubered to my apartment, but he doesn't know my address, so I don't know how he like typed in my address for his Uber, but his Uber had already left and he had to like wait for it. And then he was just like, dude, this isn't gonna happen. And so he was like, dude, I was about to just call you, like, Alex, open your door, let me in, I'm just gonna crash at your place. And I would have been like, yeah, all right, whatever. And he was like, so then I was just like, no, I'm gonna make it happen. And he Ubered to her house. She was kind of like, why are you like, what's up? Why are you so late? Pasta Gravy shirt, got it done, guys. Pasta Gravy shirt, got it done. Pasta Gravy shirts are 1-0.
What did she say? Did she say anything about
getting you hooked up.
Did she say anything about the PD?
I'm just saying, you get laid 100% of the time
when you're wearing
the Pasta Gravy shirts.
So that's what you're.
So fellas, go out to the bars
Okay.
and wear your Pasta Gravy shirts. And not gonna say you're not 100% gonna get lucky, but I've had only a 100% success rate. Batting 1,000. Batting 1,000, you know, that's a pretty good average. I'm not sure what the best average is in baseball. Bobby Jokes, you're a baseball guy. What is the best average in baseball, you think? I would say 1,000 is probably up there. It was 1,000. Oh, I guess I'm not a math guy either. So, yeah, it is. Wow, that's pretty good. So maybe if you want to get laid, guys, PastaGravyMerch.com. He had the blue logo shirt on, if that's what you're going for. So I would buy that. So PastaGravyMerch.com. Fun little story there. See, yeah. I made it seem like it was a personal thing, you know? All right. Now what? We're cool. 4.5 hours in.
Jesus.
And this is going to be a long segment, too.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
All right, you lead us off.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, I went to the Tex-Mex place yesterday, and it's so cool because I go to this restaurant. It's called Lopez. Not every, but I go there a lot. I used to go there a lot when I lived in that neighborhood, but I went there a lot. I always get the same thing: cheese enchiladas, boom, boom. And
breaking in, but I'm on Zima number 2 right now, guys.
I hear you.
Just FYI.
I got there kind of late, and they had already ordered. So when I sat down, I just said, "All right, all I need is a Hold on, I got a sneeze coming. All I need is cheese enchiladas and a sweet tea. Guy says we don't have sweet tea. We just got regular tea. Am I not cool? Well, what am I not cool? Why don't they serve
sugar
you can't
packets?
just. Oh, me? No, you can't. You know why you can't?
Why?
Because the ratio is never right. 2 reasons. You put so much sugar in there. You do know how much sugar it takes to make sweet tea?
Yeah,
A lot. But
then
and
you
look
put
like
it in there, and
you look
you,
like
if
a
it's until you
dumbass
get to that point,
emptying 16 sugar packets. My question: why can't the fucking restaurants just serve sweet tea?
because not everybody drinks sweet tea.
But a lot of people do. I wonder how many people ask, "Hey, do you have sweet tea?" And they have to say no. Why can't she? When I worked at Genghis Grill, it was one of my jobs we used to have these giant Ziploc bags full of sugar, and we'd make the sweet tea, we'd make the regular tea, and then we'd dump the giant Ziploc bags of sugar. It takes that much sugar into the tea, just because enough people were asking for sweet tea.
Wow, that's cool.
Why can't they just fucking make regular goddamn sweet tea? Everybody wants it. It's so much better.
I don't know.
Unsweetened tea is like, ugh, ugh. Have you ever had unsweetened tea?
Yeah, my mom's a diabetic, so she has to get unsweet tea, and I've
But
had that
you
before.
never,
and
like,
it's just
I
damn
swear
it.
to God, you try it as you might, you will never get a glass of tea and then know exactly
Not
how.
sweet tea is basically just water. It's not
Just
as good.
basically water. It's fucking gross. Everybody wants sweet tea, especially when we're in Texas. It's goddamn Texas tea.
Texas tea is oil.
Well, yeah,
Let's get it right.
but it can also be.
Get your facts straight.
Okay. You will
We're a very
never,
factually accurate podcast.
You will never, ever know how many actual packets of sugar to put into your glass of tea to get it right.
16 and a half.
That's too much. And then you look like a fucking child with your packets of sugar littered amongst the
No,
table.
you snort the rest, so you look like a badass.
No.
And it was like, well, let's
I
not
don't-
fuck with that guy.
I don't know why they can't just do sweet tea.
Yeah.
That's one of my not cools.
Okay.
Okay, you're not on board, but
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand your reasoning.
Why do I have to fucking add my own?
But I also understand restaurants for having like just one. It's not that
feel
hard
like
to put.
if
They have
two
sugar
people-
packets.
if
They have
two-
sugar packets.
If 2 people a day ask for sweet tea,
But they give you
that's
the
enough.
option though.
That's enough.
They
They
give
don't
you the
give me
option
the
of
option.
sugar packets.
They
That's
don't
what I'm
give me
saying.
the option. When I order
So you can
lemonade,
fix it.
When I order lemonade, hey, do you have lemonade? No, we don't have lemonade, but we do have water, lemon, and sugar. If you just want to make it yourself, Like, no, fuck you. I don't want to make it myself.
Do you
I
have
want
a
you to.
juicer?
That's why I came here, so you can make it for me. That makes sense, right?
Then just start getting up and walking out when they don't.
Jesus, I should.
I'm putting my foot down.
You don't have sweet tea? I say, good day,
Later.
sir. Later.
Adios.
Right?
I'll be going
That's
down
what
the
I'm gonna
street.
start doing. I hate that. Anyway, all right. My other not cool is also food related. Did you see that list of French fries coming out last week?
I did.
It was circling the interwebs, and I think it was an older list. Like it came out last year. But can you pull that list up because I don't have a laptop or computer in front of me.
All right.
It's on the show for prep. But I had a lot of issues with this list. My number one issue was
Waffle
the waffle
fries,
fry
number one.
is number one.
Now,
That's horseshit.
okay, I
Robert, you're
understand-
gonna have to get on this microphone. So
Just
you can
let me
win.
weigh in on, I think, why.
Why?
Chick-fil-A. And everybody loves Chick-fil-A. So I
Chick-fil-A's
feel like
not
Chick-fil-A
everywhere.
has waffle. But Chick-fil-A is most places.
No.
Where is Chick-fil-A not in?
It's not in California.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. It's not in like it's they got some in New York, but it's not in most northeast.
But I think people like the Chick-fil-A shit so much. Like Chick-fil-A is always number one on all those lists of like best fast food anything. Like best fast food chicken is Chick-fil-A number one always. Like all that stuff, it's always Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
And I
but
feel
is
like
the
you're gonna
waffle
you're gonna
fry-
default to waffle fries because who else has waffle fries? I'm sure that I'm missing
Carl's
a bunch.
Jr.?
Okay, well I don't eat Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. I eat a
But this
Carl's
is
Senior
not- this
because
is not
I
the
like
mo-
the older version.
This is not the most rarest of fries. This is the best of fries, and I say that the waffle fry is not the best of fries. But,
I agree. I agree with you.
well, that's not the only issue I have with.
I'm
this
just saying
list.
that's why I think that probably it ended up on the top.
I think number 9 was cheese fries, and then number 14 was chili cheese fries.
Yeah, are we even considering cheese fries as like anything? Because if you put cheese on anything, it's automatically the best.
That's a
right?
good point.
Cheese fries should be number one just because they have cheese on them.
Well, what does it say under the
But like, you can
description
put,
of
but it
cheese
doesn't say
fries?
what you put cheese. Any style of fries with cheese melted on top.
Okay, well, they
Bullshit.
say any style of
Bullshit
fries.
way to cop out of that. So that's like I could have crinkle cut fries. Would that make crinkle cut fries the number one fries because they have cheese on them? No,
I
it
don't
doesn't. You
understand
can't
why-
have a shit list like
I don't
that.
understand how chili makes cheese fries worse.
Jess Capadia.
Chili makes everything goddamn better, right?
Jess Capadia doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Chili, Robert, chili makes everything better?
Yeah, James Coney Island. What do you
Thank
get
you.
with your fries?
Fucking chili
Chili
cheese
cheese
fries.
fries.
Chili cheese fries.
And
Is
like,
it crazy when you get a chili cheese? Like I get a chili cheese coney and then I get the chili cheese fries, and I feel like I'm just doubling up. But like, is that weird?
No,
I've
didn't
not had
do it.
JCI in so long.
I had it like 3 weeks ago. It was
you know what's
delicious.
really good at
It's only
James
good
Coney
in like
Island?
a couple times.
They've got like a French dip where it's like a roast beef sandwich and they give you the
At
French.
James Coney Island?
Yes.
How about you just get the fucking hot dogs because that's what they're famous for?
I
so
know.
don't be that guy.
But, you know,
Don't be that guy.
They also got
He
good
goes
burgers.
to Benihana and he also orders burgers. He's that guy.
They've got
Can
good
I see the
burgers.
kids menu? I just want chicken nuggets.
Anyways, what else is on this list?
Garlic fries,
All right.
Belgian fries, like irregularly sliced double fried potatoes served in a cone with mayonnaise and other condiments. What the fuck is that?
That's disgusting.
Number 3. This is
Hold
what
on.
discredits this whole
You know what
thing.
they put on? Like that's the whole scene in Pulp Fiction where you know what they put on the fries in Holland? Mayonnaise, and they're like, "Ew, that's fucking gross." And that's number what on the list?
Number 2.
That's horseshit.
Which is also okay. So if that doesn't throw the list out the window, this is what makes me the most mad.
Oh, come
Tater
on.
tots is number 3.
This
Tater tots
is
aren't
where I
fries.
agree.
Tater tots aren't
This is-
fries.
All right. Well, listen.
When you go to Sonic,
I've
do they ask
accepted-
you fries or tots?
They ask you fries or tots.
Why do they ask you that?
Because-
Tots aren't fries.
Well,
Because tots aren't fries.
they say, "Do you want a French fry or a potato fry?"
What do they say? Do you want tot fries or do you want French fries?
Shut the fuck up. Listen.
Tots are not fries.
I have accepted on this
They're just
list.
a potato.
I've accepted on this list that they're not even talking about fries anymore. They're talking about the best things we can do with a potato.
Okay, so why isn't hash browns on this?
That's what I don't understand. Because I would have fully expected.
You got to rule this out. This is a bullshit list.
After seeing tater tot on the list, I would have fully expected to see hash brown on the list, but it's not. Tater tots, though. Like I said about Dragon Ball Z,
Guys, I'm going to try and put this on the stuff from the show page. I'm not promising that I'm going to remember it.
like I said about Dragon Ball Z is my childhood. Tater tots are my childhood. That just reminds me of lunch in elementary school.
I was never a tater tot guy. I was always a French fry guy.
Man,
I was
love
always
me
a
some
French
goddamn
fry guy.
Tater tots. I might stop at Sonic right now just to get some tater tots.
Don't go to Sonic.
My great grandmother used to make a tater tot casserole. And
I've
it
had
was-
that. Those are
it
good.
was delicious.
But I'm not down for tater tots by themselves. Like, I think it's weird that people just want to eat tater tots on. Like, why would you ever go tater tots over fries?
I could when
At Sonic, when I
there
saw
wa-
people order like
there was a
order
time-
get tots over fries, I just gaffed at them.
when
I was like,
when I worked at Genghis
Why?
Grill, there was a time where I would, because I was so sick of Genghis Grill food, I would stop at Sonic to get me a burger and just a meal before I'd go into work. And I'd always get a burger with tater tots, even though I just got finished saying that Burger, Coke, and fries is the best meal. Every once in a while, tater tots are not too shabby. What do
At
you?
Sonic, I get tater tots.
Thank you, because you know why? They don't.
but they're
serve-
not. Do you think they're French fries though?
No.
They're not French
They're a
fries.
French fry alternative.
They're okay, so they're not French fries.
Okay, but they're a potato.
Tofu is a meat alternative.
They're
it's
a
not meat.
potato-based side dish.
As are hash browns.
I
that are
can
not
kind of
fries.
understand. It's just
I get what they were trying to do, but no.
Okay,
No.
what's next on the list? This is gonna be long. We
For
don't
a
have to go through
standard
all
cut, then garlic fries, then curly fries, shoestring / matchstick.
You see, shoestring should be higher up on that list, I think. Right?
I think curly
And we're a
curly
crinkle
fries.
cut.
Curly
Is
fries
crinkle
are my
cut-
number
is
one.
crinkle cut higher than shoestring?
Crinkle cut is right behind it,
that's
but it is ahead of cheese fries, which
Crinkle
is
cut
horse
is
shit.
awful.
Which is horse shit.
The only thing I don't like about Shake Shack is that they got the crinkle cut fries.
The
You
only
know what I
time
think
I
ab-
like crinkle cut fries.
you know what I think about-
Cane's. Cane's can pull off the crinkle cut
No,
fries. For
not
some
even
reason, Cane's
Cane's.
fries are okay.
You know what I think about is crinkle cut fries is frozen fries.
Me too.
That's what I think about.
Did
'Cause
someone
the-
throw this in an oven just
Yeah,
for a
just
second
to
ago?
throw
The guy
this
at
thing out.
Kroger.
It's horseshit. No, I can't be for the crinkle cut fry.
I just don't think the crinkle cut fry. Emma,
Emma?
you're the perfect person to talk to. Emma is the fry queen here. Now come.
Hey, Bo, you settle down.
See, I told you. No, he loves Emma because he thinks that we're his real mom and father. I was telling him how he was enjoying having a nuclear family, and he like misses us. But Emma, I need you to weigh in on this. Emma, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the pod.
girlfriend just got home from work, so she's immediately being thrown back into more work. And we're discussing fries right now. Are tater tots fries?
I didn't say tater tots were fries.
Because I argued-
Now
I
that Emma
argued-
is here, we're gonna have a serious
Okay,
discussion.
but I
about
argued-
appetizers. Yes, we are.
Okay, but
Yeah,
we're
putting
going to
it
talk
back.
about this first.
This is
Talk about
a
this
3-hour
first.
podcast. Let's be
Yeah, I don't
clear.
care. This is Joe Rogan style.
Joe
I
Rogan
argued with Chris that tater tots, like at Sonic, they ask you fries or tots.
I get that.
They would
fries
ask
are-
you French fries or regular tot fries or whatever. Like they wouldn't give you an option if the one was not fries.
No, they would. They'd say sweet potato fries or regular fries.
That's
but
what I just said.
But they would say tot fries, and
I
they don't say
literally
tot fries.
said the same thing.
Tater tots are not the same thing as French fries.
It's a potato-based side dish.
That's
It's just
it.
a-
That's
it's
all.
basically
So
a
are hash
different
browns.
way to
And hash
cook a
browns are
fry.
French fries.
What would you call a potato wedge?
Yes.
A French fry? Then I would call a tater tot a fry.
That's
wild.
crazy. That's crazy talk.
All right,
That's
hang on.
crazy
Hold
talk.
on. Get on the microphone real quick, Emma. Right there.
She's like, God damn it! I just came
you,
home to hang out.
I don't want either of you douchebags to say.
Oh,
anything,
the other
okay?
two people on the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Emma, best appetizer.
Cheese sticks.
Second.
Did I
second,
not
hold on,
say that?
Second best appetizer. We're gonna go to top 3.
Chips
second,
and salsa counts.
Chips and salsa counts? Well, I'd say chips and queso.
But chip-based anything, right?
It's better than a stuffed mushroom or a cheese stick
Oh,
or
it's not better.
yeah.
It's
I'm
just
talking
a cheaper, faster, nicer one.
That's what
where
I said. It's
Everyone can agree.
where everybody can
That-
agree. Yes, chips and salsa, good, great, fine. But is it the best tasting?
He's like saying, he's saying,
No.
Alex and these douchebag over here are saying it's the best appetizer.
he's saying
Alex,
buffalo
favorite
wings.
chips are plain tortilla chips.
That's insane.
No, they're
You're
not. I like
crazy.
Gardettos. Gardettos kind of
That's
chips.
not a chip.
I like Doritos.
Potato
You like
tots
Chex
and fries.
Mix? That's like saying Chex Mix is a
Doritos.
chip.
Doritos
Okay.
count.
Gardettos, get the fuck out of here. Oh God, Emma, where have you been? I've been just
Okay, but this
disagreeing with
horse
these
shit list, Emma,
assholes.
this horse shit list has cheese fries at number 9, and I was saying any fry with cheese on it is number
on.
1
Cheese
immediately.
Fries is number one.
Cheese fries is number 1, but that's any fry.
Listen,
It's any fry. It's not a kind of
It's
fry.
got cheese fries number 9, chili cheese fries number 14.
So many people are tuning out right now.
Since when does chili make something worse?
Yeah, I don't see that.
That doesn't make a whole
I
lot
don't
of
get
sense.
it. It's a horse shit list. Just look at this list. Come here. Come here.
It is a stupid list.
Like, what the fuck are Belgian fries? I know we already discussed what Belgian fries are,
What are
but like that's bullshit.
What are Belgian fries?
I don't know.
They're just irregularly cut, double fried potatoes served in a cone with
Oh,
mayonnaise.
Have to be served in a cone.
I guess, or they
I've
don't
had-
count.
Tater tots number 3. That's
Yeah,
not right.
that's stupid.
That's
That's why I'm saying they're not even a real fry.
No, that's
Curly fries is my number 1. What's your number 1?
my number 1.
Well, everybody's number 1. Let's go around the.
probably a curly fry.
Curly fries are awesome. You can't. I've never been pissed about a curly fry. Have you?
No,
If it curls,
Can't say.
it wins.
I can't say that. Robert?
Bobby jokes.
Curly fries.
Yeah. Emma?
Cheese, but cheese fries don't
No,
count.
no, no.
Cheese fries don't count because if you throw cheese on
fries-
any of these, they're automatically number 1.
Enjoy the waffle fry.
Waffle fries not bad, but that's why I said was it because of Chick-fil-A mostly?
No, well, because Chick-fil-A, as soon as they aren't piping hot, they're disgusting.
But I was arguing that I think that waffle fries got the top spot because everybody loves Chick-fil-A more than anything else, and that's
Yeah.
why I think that was the number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't sleep on the curly fries.
Well, like Belgian fries, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Get
those
the
are-
fuck
those are
out.
Smiley
fries.
fries. Look at the bottom of the list. There's fucking
I don't
smiley
like
fries.
smiley fries. They taste
I've
weird.
never even
Like,
heard
I
of
don't care
smiley
once we
fry.
get past like 10. After 10,
Ooh,
like
steak
there's
fries.
chips or
Yeah,
just
steak
British
fries are
fat
good.
chips.
No, that's a fry. That's a regular fry.
Yeah, this is a shit
Oh,
list.
you know
Just
what I
so you know.
Shoestring
hate?
should be higher.
I hate shoestring
What?
because you got to eat like 5 to even.
McDonald's?
What is the potato
taste it.
tornado?
No, McDonald's are
Yeah.
regular cut fries.
Potato
So
tornado
what's the difference
is a
between
thing.
shoestring and McDonald's?
Like the really tiny steak and shake fries.
Oh.
little tiny
Oh
fries.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
Want some Zima?
I don't.
You don't like Zima?
I'm on number
I've
2,
never
babe.
had Zima.
I'm on number 2. This is a step back into the 90s.
My grandma to see this.
Oh God.
You can have alcoholic beverages. She knows you're 21.
That's not good.
You don't like that?
It tastes like Sprite.
It's just like carbonated water.
It makes me thirsty.
That's why you drink more.
Yeah, you drink more of it. Here, have another sip.
Try to get things dry.
Oh, Zima.
I'm fucked up right now. I'm Zeman.
All right, so that's my not cool. Is that stupid retarded list?
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Yes.
She's like, damn it! I just walked into the beginning of the podcast. Oh wait, they're almost done.
Fries are a thing.
Anyways, we're up.
I like when Emma weighs in on these things.
Yeah, and she agrees with me. It's great.
No, but Emma's always like a good voice of reason. Emma like will weigh in. You're like, okay, that makes sense. All right.
Now go ahead and do your not cool. I know it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, my not cool is kind of it's political. You guys know me. I'm not a political kind of
not
fella.
political.
It feels like it's political. I feel like it's a very hot button issue with people.
Divisive.
And I feel like minus, I think you, but I feel like there's very few people that I have talked to about this issue that have agreed with me.
Well, let's be clear. If you talk to like 10 people and they all disagree with you, you can count on Chris Hogan agreeing with you.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Yeah.
I can do that now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me just tell you. So I'm trying to get the girl's name real fast.
It doesn't matter. They know the story. The chick who
Michelle Carter and Conrad Roy is the guy's name.
white dude named Conrad.
Awful names.
Wait, I don't think Michelle is that bad
Michelle,
of a name.
really, real generic white girl name.
I mean,
all right,
yeah,
Michelle, basic bitch.
I did go
basic
to school with
bitch.
like 8 Michelles.
But nothing special about that. All right.
But
So,
Conrad though, that's a black man's
she's got
name.
a forehead. Let's just talk about that. I'm not talking. But
I came into Alex's
Like, she's got a
office yesterday,
forehead.
and we were talking about this.
she's
and
got
I
a
said-
forehead that makes Peyton Manning look like he has a small
Yeah,
forehead.
It does. I said we were talking about this for a little bit, and we were talking about how awful of a person she is, and I said, oh, at least she's kind of cute.
That's why I don't feel bad for making fun of her.
And Alex is like, oh, she's fucking hideous, man. You crazy? She got the giant forehead, and I hadn't even noticed the forehead until you said
Yeah,
something about
and
it.
then it shows up. It shows like you could be that could be a hammer.
She's definitely gonna be one of the hottest chicks in prison, though.
I don't know.
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Dude. I'm not willing to say that yet.
Okay.
But okay.
She's no Piper.
So She just got convicted earlier this week of it's involuntary manslaughter. I was trying to make sure I had the correct term. It was involuntary manslaughter is what she got convicted of because she had texted her boyfriend to kill himself, encouraging him to kill himself. And when I say encouraging, I mean like hardcore, like
straight
are you
up.
Too much of a pussy to do it, or
Well, she
like
didn't say that.
basically
Yeah,
is
no,
what she
she
said.
did
Like,
say,
oh,
like-
well, I guess you'll just back out like you always did. This guy was suicidal, had already attempted suicide by himself before this incident happened.
Before we go on, let's be clear. This is an awful person.
Oh
She
yeah,
is
I
an
fucking hope she gets hit by a
awful
bus.
person.
Like
absolutely, I hope she gets shivved. Like,
I mean, I don't want her. Like,
no, I
hope
if
she gets
she's-
hit by a bus, but like lives, so she has to like just
Regina
like it
George
sucks.
style?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I hope
absolutely.
like just horrible things happen to
Okay.
her. But she's also 17
at
or
the time.
18. Like she's not even 20 yet. So how are we gonna like say like
She
this
can
is,
fucking vote. I feel like if you can vote, then you're an adult.
Maybe we need to raise the
you
voting
need-
age, guys.
You need to be held accountable. I get it. She's an awful person. What she
horrible
did was
person.
awful.
So
awful, awful,
she
awful. Hold on,
encouraged-
Robert, are you familiar with the story?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna
Well,
weigh
have
in.
to
You're gonna weigh in on some heavy topics. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't at all.
I'm
No.
not gonna
His
agree
face
with you
right now
guys.
is not.
Yeah. So.
All right, she got convicted of involuntary manslaughter because he killed himself. Now, just a question: suicide is not any manslaughter, right? Suicide.
Nobody will get charged. If I were to go home
If
and
it was
kill
a
myself
suicide?
right now, if I just decided to kill myself tonight, then nobody's getting.
Just right off the bat, suicide means someone killed themselves, not that someone else killed them.
Emma's shaking her head. She
Yeah,
hates
Emma
this.
disagrees with me hardcore
know.
on this. That's why I'm saying she's one of the people, and she always has a pretty good voice of reason. So I was
Yeah.
like, am I that bad on this?
No, not at all.
But like, I'm not saying she's a good person at all. I'm just saying
Absolutely.
that the letter of the law,
She's going to hell.
suicide is not murder, and manslaughter to me is murder. It's a lesser form of murder.
Hold on. Suicide is not murder.
What about assisted suicide?
Assisted suicide's different.
You see, that's where
That's like with medicine.
Dr. Kevorkian. I was on board with Dr. Kevorkian.
And if someone wants to kill
somebody
themselves,
wants
they
to-
should be able to. We need less people.
Abso-goddamn-lutely.
We need less people.
I was just
more
at the
people
DMV.
should kill themselves.
I was just at the DMV.
Honestly.
Believe me, we need less people in this world.
Oh my god, so many people will kill themselves that are in trouble, and then we would never get any kind of justice because they'd all just kill themselves.
We would have more time on the freeways. There would be less traffic. You know, I'm just saying, like
More
less
job
parking spaces,
opportunities.
more jobs.
All right,
more jobs,
food
lots.
we can feed.
The great Dwight Schrute once said, "We need another plague."
Absolutely. Emma's stomach is turning.
No,
right
Emma
now.
doesn't like when I say things like this, but I'm trying to just be realistic. There's too many fucking people here.
No. I'm joking when I say there are too many people. I don't think
There are
people
too many
should
fucking people.
But listen,
I'm not saying
hold
people
on.
should kill themselves,
Hold
but
on.
I'm saying
This is
we
what
need
I
a
believe.
plague.
This is what I think. Personal responsibility is a big thing for me, and personal decisions, able to make your own decisions, is a big thing.
really?
For me, okay.
I agree with that.
If
very well.
if somebody decides by themselves they just want to kill, they don't.
Correct.
They don't want to go on. I think that they have that right to make that decision, and
No, and
if
I
they want to kill
agree
themselves,
completely.
I'm not gonna beg them not to kill. Maybe we should get you some help and make sure there's nothing we can't do. Make sure this is the last.
I'm not saying I don't feel for you. I'm not saying that I'm not like.
It's sad. We should do everything to combat that.
Because I feel like it looks like we don't give a shit about people that are depressed, that have depression. Depression's a thing, and I understand that that's
if
a thing.
somebody wants
But
to kill themselves, they should. But that's not even what we're talking about.
he was trying to. He didn't. I don't like their whole argument was like he didn't really want to kill himself. That she convinced him to kill himself.
All right,
and it was
so
like,
I think
but
that's
he
this-
already thought about it. He had already brought it up. He'd already tried it prior to all of this.
Stopped, and then was too scared. And
That's
then
what I was just
brought
gonna
it
The
say.
first time. Yep,
That's
yep.
what I was gonna say.
Just no.
What she did was she pushed him over the edge. He was teetering over the edge, and she pushed him.
Prior to this whole thing, he had tried to kill himself another time before this, before the text
I
messages,
get that,
before
but
all
that
that.
has nothing
He had
to
already
do-
tried
that
it.
has
He's
nothing-
already
you have to
suicidal.
know.
He's already shown that he has a horrible piece of judgment.
Yeah.
He can't make good decisions. He's already showed that.
No, and so she should have helped him instead of.
Why does she have to help him? She's not his fucking counselor. She doesn't. She's not required to help him.
She's
I'm curious
his
if he had
girlfriend.
not-
If you had tried to kill yourself and I did nothing about it,
That's
what
what-
would your mom do?
Absolutely, Emma. I agree with you. It's awful that she did that. That's why we
But
started.
is it my right? Is it my right? If I want to kill myself, I should be allowed to kill myself because that's what I
don't
want
think
to
he
do.
wanted to, because he tried and he didn't want to. He got in the car and then he got out.
You're right.
He didn't
She
want to.
pushed him over.
He
the
got
edge.
out of the car. He got out. But then what did he do?
He did it because she said.
Then,
"Go
but
back
then
in there.
what did he do?
Go
He got back in the car though,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Was
he
she
didn't have
there?
to do that.
But was she
She was
there?
texting him.
Let
Could
me ask you.
you know?
this.
Do you know?
17-year-old, yeah,
Do you know
well,
you can
that's
block?
what
You can
you're
block
you-
phone numbers.
Both of you guys,
Yeah.
shut up. Shut up. Listen, Emma, did you watch House of Cards?
Some of it.
All right. You watched House of Cards. You remember when
through season
remember
3,
when
yeah.
Frank Underwood put the razor blade on the bathtub for the guy to kill himself or something?
Exactly.
If that guy actually went through and killed himself,
Frank Underwood.
we're gonna charge Frank Underwood?
Yeah, you have to now.
I mean, you have to now, right?
Now, this is the bad That's what I'm saying.
well, yeah.
The precedent that this is setting is awful.
That's what I'm saying. Just because
I'm not agreeing with what happened.
Kevin
I'm
Hart,
agreeing with this is a horrible precedent
Kevin
to set.
Hart makes a joke when somebody says something that they disagree with him about or something like that. He makes the joke, "Kill yourself."
He's on the hook.
Kill yourself.
On
Kill
the hook
yourself.
if anybody actually
now, what if
does.
somebody goes home and kills themselves? Does that mean we're going to charge Kevin? I know it's a joke, but you make that face. But well, that's what we're doing.
No,
That's
but
exactly
there
what
were-
this
there were
is, though.
That's
Thousands of text messages between them about him killing.
But that's
himself.
just a more-
She talked
it's
him
just a
into it,
more
and
intense
he's a
version of that.
17-year-old
And I don't
kid
think
who's
it's
gonna
a-
be
I don't-
really impressionable.
But she
And
was
yeah,
also
I mean,
17,
yeah,
so
he's
she
at
was also
fault.
super
And
impressionable.
so she's not charged for murder. She's charged for involuntary manslaughter.
Manslaughter. You
The same
slaughtered a man. That's what
Yeah,
it's telling you
but
did.
Listen, you get the same charge for when you're texting, rear-end someone, and then they die. You go to jail.
But
for
you were
that,
driving the
you
car. You were physically doing something that caused that, not texting.
Involuntary
physically
manslaughter.
texting.
Yeah, I know. Involuntary is like you didn't mean to
Texts
kill
don't hurt
somebody,
people.
but you just
Texts don't
did.
hurt
They
people.
do.
Cars hurt people. Texts do not hurt. Like operating a
They
car
do.
badly
Everyone's so sensitive.
hurts
We're in a
people.
world of sensitive
Texting.
people.
Well, then
Guns
quit being
don't-
little bitches and get over it, dude.
Yeah, tell that to the dead guy. Until his
I
parents,
would.
tell it to
I
his
would. If
parents.
he was still I'd be like, Conrad, quit being a little fucking bitch and block that bitch's number.
And he
say
would have
that.
killed
I
himself.
wouldn't say
And
that.
then you would.
Well, then I would have saved. I would have saved her. I would have said block that bitch's number, and then he. I told him. I told him.
Girlfriend.
You know who I blame in this whole thing?
His
Women.
parents.
Conrad's parents.
Women.
How do they?
Conrad's
How do they
parents,
not
where
know?
were they?
How do they not know that the kid is depressed? How do you not know that
Seriously.
something is up? How do you not get your kid into counseling or something? Did he go into any counseling or like did he have any kind of therapy or?
His girlfriend was probably his therapist.
That doesn't
Like,
count.
That's
Doesn't
who
count.
I blame.
No, yeah, because
I know this sounds stupid. And
Are
that'll
you
probably
changing your mind on me right now?
No. I'm not changing my mind. But I'm probably going to disagree with this like the second it comes out of my mouth. But I think his parents should be somewhat like
No, 'cause they wanna go after the girlfriend. They wanna go after the
Somebody
girlfriend.
should ask the parents questions like, "Hey guys, what the fuck? Your kid was
He
suicidal.
lived under your roof.
He lived
yeah,
under
but
your.
12 people agreed that she was guilty.
Why can't 12
Nope, no,
people
they didn't.
agree
They
that
did
Cosby
not.
is
12
guilty?
people did not agree. That is not factual at all. She waived her chance to a trial by jury. It was she was
She felt
yeah. It was just the judge's
guilty?
decision. No, it was the judge's decision. So it was only on the judge. There was no jury or anything. It was his decision because I think it was a minor
That's even
court
better.
or whatever because she was underage when that all happened.
Well,
a judge
juvenile
decided
court.
Who goes to school
I
and
don't-
learns about what's right and what's wrong.
Judges are dicks though sometimes.
like yeah, it's fucked up. You should probably.
That's a word.
She should get like fucked up. Like they should just let her like she should be like at one of those like stockades
Well, she's not
and like
in
get
jail
like
for
fruit
life,
thrown at her
right?
and shit.
She's in jail for like what, 10 years?
She's got a
You
felony.
shouldn't be in
now.
jail at
She
all.
would totally do it again.
No, she wouldn't.
I think she would. If she didn't get busted,
Well, but then
no
she'll-
one was mad at her, she would totally do it again if the
Oh,
next
really?
boyfriend wasn't as great.
You think the next
as-
boyfriend's gonna be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna not
She's not
do
gonna tell
that.
him.
Next
I mean,
time.
now, yeah. But if she had done that, he killed himself. No one was.
It was
mad,
already a high-profile
and
case.
No one was mad. But if it wasn't a high-profile case, she would be like, "This is how I can fix my problems all the time. I could talk people into killing themselves. I could talk people into doing anything I want them to do. Literally."
Just
Anything.
just a sneak peek into next week's episode. Next week, Alex and Chris defend Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
OJ again.
OJ, of course, obviously.
I mean, she just wanted to have fun.
Seriously, who
Sometimes
among us?
babysitters aren't available.
Seriously.
Why? A trunk
What?
of a car
A
is
little
big for a
chloroform
baby.
is just like who among us
She
have
was
not
sleeping.
drugged our child?
She just wanted her to sleep a little bit.
What difference does it make if she's sleeping in the trunk or she's sleeping in her crib?
But
I mean,
my
come
whole
on.
point is like what we were saying with the Kevin Hart thing. It's like now if I say, why don't you go fucking jump off a bridge, Chris, and you
Yeah.
go to the Golden Gate Bridge and jump off, if I texted you that,
Well, now they
technically I'm on the hook for it.
Right. But now they have nets at the Golden Gate.
But I'm saying,
I get it.
like that's technically like what the whole thing is. And now
Oh, there's a difference.
Scared my
Is the-
doggy.
it's a degree of difference. A degree, yeah, but it's still the same kind of thing. And I feel this is a horrible precedent to set. Texts do not kill people. Text messages don't kill people.
If you sat here and you
All right,
told
well,
me
hang
over
on.
and
You
over
can't
and
say
over
that.
and
We
over
can't
again,
say that. We can't say that because if somebody's sending you text messages saying, "I'm
With
going
a
to
bomb,
kill you,"
a text message that blows up a phone.
No,
Maybe.
no. If somebody sends you text messages, "I'm going to kill this person," I'm going to kill my mother, or I'm going to kill my wife. Then those can be used.
That's
and
not saying text.
I'm
That's
so
not
fucking
killing
on
anybody.
the edge here, man. Because like
I mean, I am too, but I
she
understand.
needs to be charged with something. You can't just tell.
Manslaughter,
Well, no, she
voluntary
doesn't.
manslaughter.
But whatever,
It was
like
in
some
the
like
law.
harassment or some shit like that. Like that's what that was. As bad as it seems, that was like all it was.
Someone died.
You know what I feel like?
Someone died of his own accord. He fucking put this shit in his car. She wasn't even
Hold
there.
on, shut up.
If
You know
you
what
sat
I feel
here
like
and
this is a
told me-
step to? This is a step.
This is a bad.
Hold on.
It's only going down.
Hold on. Listen. This is a step to making it illegal to bully.
That's exactly what it is. That's
This is
what I'm
gonna.
saying.
Well, hold
This is
on.
gonna be. This is. Hold on. Shut up. This is gonna be like masked as a bullying thing, and it's gonna come out that she bullied him.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what it's gonna
But
be.
if my boyfriend told me over and over and over and over
get
and
it.
over again that he likes blondes, I'm probably gonna dye my hair blonde because I care about you and I want you to like me.
But you would kill yourself because you wanted me to like you.
If you talked me into it,
I
and
wouldn't.
was 17 years old and I had mental illness and I tried it before.
Maybe
and
we should
you,
just sit and let-
who I trust the most in my life told me that it's a good idea to kill myself, I'd probably do it.
He surrounded himself with bad people.
Yeah.
That's
so
just-
he's to blame.
how
but
many-
She's also to blame.
How many young black men die every year in Chicago because they surround themselves with the wrong people that maybe they get shot
No
down
one
in a
does anything
gunfight with?
because they're black men.
Oh, weird. Weird. Now
know.
we've opened up another whole discussion, haven't we?
I'm not gonna agree with you.
You don't have to. I know I'm right.
All right, we're going.
But yeah, so just
come on, man. We gotta wrap
say
this
to
up
text,
sometime.
text,
Seriously.
saying texting.
Emma, you
can-
don't
can-
know. This is a 2.5-hour podcast.
Who gives a shit? It's free. If you don't want to listen to it, you can fast forward, or you don't have to listen anymore. It's
Starting
that
at
easy.
2.
It's not like we're forcing people to listen. They're listening of their own accord. Maybe this is making their day a little bit better, and maybe they're formulating opinions. So maybe we're just stimulating a conversation with someone else for their.
All right, let's get on to answers.
I'm just saying, saying texting is murder is not cool, guys.
I don't think anybody ever said texting is
That's
murder.
basically to me what that whole thing is
Okay.
is about. So fuck that shit.
Rapid fire answers.
No, we're not doing it. We're
tired as
taking our
fuck.
fucking sweet time now. All right, if you'd like to submit your questions for the answer segment, you can email them to us. Answers@passthegravypod. Is it answers@passthegravypod.com? Okay, I know we used to have the Gmail, but also you can tweet them to us at passthegravypod on Twitter. I am at Alex J Middleton. Chris is at Chris or at real Chris Hogan, and Bobby Jokes is at Robert Barbosa. 03 Emma doesn't have a Twitter, so anyways.
Just answer the question. Why don't you just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Alrighty. I can't wait. Let's lighten the mood a little bit, gang. I feel like that got a little tense there. A tad bit. Between French fries and text murders. Where are we going next? Like, I'm scared of these questions. TJ Ivy's back, and she says, would you rather turn into a vampire or a werewolf every night, and why?
I'm gonna go werewolf.
Okay, why?
Well, simply because you only turn into a werewolf when it's a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do that sick ass dance from the Thriller video.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That
so
might
going,
sway me.
I'm going werewolf. And plus, those 6 sideburns, dude. No, man,
See,
can't beat the sideburns.
like vampires have sideburns too.
Oh, they do.
Dracula
don't
had
they?
some pretty
He
strong
did.
sideburns. Now, I do like the fact that you're still in human form. Now, I haven't seen Twilight, but from what I understand, they go to school, and and I think in school, like, you can still blend in with the human population. I have seen Blade, and I know that, like, as long as you got some sunscreen on, you're good. And I feel like
Underworld.
Right. I feel like I would just go vampire over that. Like, with a werewolf, you can't ever fit in.
I'm
With a
not
vampire,
sucking
you just got to
blood.
worry about, like, but, like, you
I'm
don't
not
know.
sucking
I don't know
blood.
if you've listened to Past the Grave before, because we've had a vampire on the show before, and they also have energy
No, Alex,
vampires.
I've never listened to Past the
Well,
Gravy
they
ever in
also
my life.
have energy vampires, like Vodalok the vampire was in episode, I don't remember what it was. We also re-aired it at 69.5. But Vodalok was an energy vampire that fed off the energy from others. And now if you're that, then you really get the jackpot in being a vampire. But if you're not, then you just gotta suck a little blood every now and then. But you're not a werewolf. Werewolves scare the fuck out of everybody. A vampire, you can at least sneak up and feed. You know what I'm saying? I could be like, Robert, come hang out with me, because this is what I want to do. Let's hang out and watch basketball. And then I'm like, and I'll bite you, and then I got my blood, and you're like, oh, damn it, I hung out with him. But if Chris is a werewolf, you're not going to fucking go near Chris. So, like, nightlife, done. That's what I'm saying.
I want to go near Chris now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to even go near him. Right. So, yeah, I think we're going to agree to disagree. What'd you go with?
I think I'd go with vampires. Vampires could turn into bats, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, good point.
Fly around.
Good
Make
point.
it fly around.
It's way better, and you can hide. You can hide. Werewolves, you're kind of screwed, and if they shoot some silver through you, I think you're dead. That's what that MTV show, Teen Wolf, taught me.
Okay. You watched Teen Wolf?
The first season I did.
What a fag.
Says Dragon Ball Z over here. Sean Comets.
Fuck you, Alex.
You're the one that was trying to make fun of me, and then you're like watching Dragon Ball Z. So
They're
go
gonna throw
fuck
that in
yourself.
my face every time I talk shit about superhero movies.
Sean Comets weighs in again and says,
Sorry, Adrian.
chickenpox. Asleep at the wheel? This is a good point. When was the last time you heard about chickenpox?
Dude, because kids, you only get them once in your life. And
Right, but like I have not known anybody who's like, man, my kid's got the chickenpox right now. Like I know people that have kids. I haven't heard any stories about chickenpox in like the last 6 years. Honestly,
I don't think it's that big a deal.
I feel like we need to hear. I want to know that chickenpox are still a thing.
Do you have chickenpox parties?
I did actually.
I
No,
did too.
I did.
That's how I got chickenpox.
parties.
I remember my mom told me, she's like, yeah, your friend had chickenpox, and so all of us, we brought you over there, and so you could get them early.
My brother had chickenpox, and then I got chickenpox because my brother had chickenpox.
How old were you?
I was like 5 or 4.
Yeah, I was like
I remember
first grade,
having
maybe.
chickenpox.
I remember oatmeal baths. Did you have to do that?
No, I didn't do that.
We did that. That was weird.
When I got chickenpox, I was like maybe like a month or so old. I got it
Oh, really?
really young.
Well,
Wow.
see, you're lucky.
Hey, so you don't really remember him, huh?
Mm-mm.
But apparently that's like the shingles, right?
What if he said, yeah, I actually do remember having chickenpox.
I remember
at a
that
month
very
old.
well.
I
I
remember
remember
it
every moment
In
of my
fact,
life.
I remember being born. It's so weird. They slap you on your ass when you're born. It's
I didn't
what
like
the
it.
hell? I
It
didn't
was
like
weird.
It at all.
I felt abused.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
felt assaulted.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think that chickenpox. Let's be real. They have been a little asleep at the wheel lately. Like maybe get back in the news or something, guys. Like it's all about Zika these days, you know. Like Ebola. Like let's bring back chickenpox, the old classics, you know. Like let's go back to the classics. We got the Zimas back. Chickenpox. Let's bring it back. Hayden Tharp writes in. That's a cool last name.
Hayden Tharp.
He says.
What was Elaine's boyfriend's name? Gil Thorpe or something like that?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think so.
Elaine had a lot of boyfriends. I don't know if you know that. Keith Hernandez.
Yeah,
It was
right.
a date, not really a boyfriend, but whatever.
It was an episode.
Hayden Tharp writes in and says, if you think about it, isn't a terrorist just a terrible tourist?
No.
No, I would say that they're the worst tourists, actually.
Since when is a terrorist always a tourist?
Okay. 9/11. Where are they from? Afghanistan? They're over in the States, touring, and then they're just hijacking planes? Yeah, awful
What about
tourists.
these people doing all these terrorist attacks in Paris? They're from,
Yeah, they're not in Paris. They're from, like, over the Middle East, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty to go to like a city and just bomb it. Yeah, not cool, guys. That's a really bad tourist. A tourist is somebody that, you know, goes and like you went to New York, you saw the sights, you saw the sounds. You didn't run planes into buildings, did you? No. When you went to the airport, you weren't trying to like hijack shit, did you?
Not really.
No.
I mean,
You were a good tourist.
I was there for 4 days.
They weren't even there for a day, really, if you think about it.
I mean, had I been there for more, maybe I'd have tried to hijack a plane.
But I would say, yeah, terrorists are really horrible tourists, like the worst kinds of tourists.
I would say so.
Like, I don't want any terrorists being tourists in my neck of the woods. If I'm being completely honest, and I'm okay to say that.
I think terrorists have bigger fish. Well, you know, they got other things.
They can't eat fish.
They got other things. They got
Their
other
religion
things
won't allow it.
on their to-do list. I don't think they're going on many vacations. That's what I'm saying.
So fish and pork.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even.
I think they can eat pork. I mean, they can eat fish. They eat fish in lieu of eating pork. That's what the Jews do anyway.
Well, they're probably the same, I'm sure. Like they get along well, it seems like.
Yeah, I think so.
There's not been like a
No.
forever conflict
I mean,
between those two religions.
look at
or anything
Israel.
like that.
Israel's a
Yeah,
heathen.
Israel's getting along perfectly with all the rest of the Middle East. So yeah, this is a learning podcast, guys.
Hey, Bo, how about you quit chewing on the cords?
Yeah, Bo, these are expensive cords. Unless you make money at the track, maybe don't do that. Okay, Nicholas in Iowa writes. I like that it's Nicholas in Iowa, but it sounds like Nicholas in Iowa. Like, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I thought we had a listener in Iowa.
We don't. I don't think so. Maybe. Nicholas, are you in Iowa?
Mormon?
At Pascal Pod, let us know. Nicholas in Iowa says, what the hell happened to telethons? Great question. Two great questions. Chickenpox and telethons.
Telethons are still
90s.
around.
90s. Zima. This is a very 90s
They still do
themed podcast.
telethons on PBS.
Dude, what is PBS?
Public
Is it still a thing?
broadcasting station.
System?
Something.
Society? Isn't PBS going under?
Nah, dude. Mitt Romney wanted to cut that shit, but everybody got so butthurt over Big Bird.
How will we watch Arthur?
Yeah, exactly.
That was all I know was on PBS.
Arthur.
Was Zoom on PBS?
Sesame Street was on PBS.
Was it?
Yeah, Barney was on PBS.
What? I was too young to know channels then. Too young to know the goddamn channels.
Too late to apologize.
So, yeah. I think that telethons, though, look, I haven't seen a good telethon in a while. Like,
Well, that's because you don't watch too much PBS.
I watch a lot of TV, but like, what else has telethons? Why is
They'll do
PBS the only one that does it?
They'll do telethons on like Channel 2, KPRC and stuff, like every once in a while.
I want everybody to do telethons.
Like on Thanksgiving.
We're just doing Pass the Gravy
telethon.
telethon.
You'll see a telethon every Thanksgiving they do one on TBS.
All right, we're going to start a Pass the Gravy telethon, guys, in a couple of weeks.
What are we raising money for?
Wheels on Meals on Wheels. Obviously, our favorite charity, the charity that we're championing and invented in the first place. But we are going to be giving money back to those wheels to like buy tires for the cars that deliver the Meals on Wheels. And Chris is probably not going to yawn the whole time because I think the three of us manning the phones only for 24 hours. I don't know who's going to host. I'm not really sure what we're going to do. We might get Phyllis to come in, so that's 4. We're at 4 people then. But I can throw Emma, that's 5. And maybe we can get Jessica to come back from Ethiopia or wherever the fuck she's at. Sewing shirts.
Snapchat.
What's up, Snapchat? Pass the Gravy Podcast. iTunes, Stitcher, passthegravypod.com. Get it. Subscribe.
Already
He's snapping me. I like doing that. But, yeah, I think we need to bring back a good old-fashioned telethon, guys. It's a good question, Nicholas. Oh, and I like this guy's name. Alex Partridge. Fantastic first name. He says, pufferfish, the irritable hedgehogs of the sea. Good point, though. I mean, they get irritable, and then they, and you're like, fuck.
Pufferfish.
Now, all I think of when I think of pufferfish is Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, I think of Finding Nemo.
That's a good one too. That's probably a second then now. But Hootie and the Blowfish, because that to me was a pufferfish, and I think it is the same thing.
Read the question one more time.
Pufferfish, the irritable hedgehogs of the sea.
Oh, yes.
Because like hedgehogs have the spikes.
Oh, yes. And they do use... That's
Maybe it's irritable porcupines of the sea is what he meant.
Yeah, he meant porcupine.
Okay.
Or you meant porcupine.
Well, it's definitely not the hedgehog then, so no to that question. But porcupines of the sea?
How about Sonic the Hedgehog?
What? We're not going on. We're done with hedgehogs. We're moving on to pufferfishes.
Speaking of old video games, I was playing a Game Boy Color.
We're not speaking of old.
I was playing a Game Boy Color last night. And let me tell you something. Did you play Game Boy Color back in the day, Robert?
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, Alex?
I did. I had the green one.
God, that shit was great. I had the purple one.
My brother had the purple one.
Yeah, it's Earthworm Jim. That was my shit.
Earthworm Jim, that was what you fucking played?
One of the games.
Bro, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon was good. Pokemon was good. Had to catch them all.
You did. You really have to catch every single one of them.
Alex, I never told you that I was really proud of you for not getting into the Pokemon Go craze.
I'm not about that life.
I was expecting you to be like full blown.
Not about
that
life,
shit,
bro.
But you were like, you stood strong, man. And I was.
You don't think I stand? I didn't buy. I stood strong in the fidget spinner craze. I bought that only because we were trying to spend $20 at the flea market.
Did you talk to people about our flea market experience?
I did. Okay. That was that's a Where You Been last week, but you didn't listen to the podcast. So you obviously don't know.
Fuck you, Alex.
I'm just saying these are things that happened, and you obviously don't care. So,
Hello, little budget.
Says a lot. But yeah. So I guess is that it?
Yes.
That's all it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Chris. I'm sorry that it's not fun enough for you.
Go ahead and play your Portuguese song.
Portugal the Man. What do you guys want? What do we want to go out on? I don't know. I got a lot of favorites from this album, but should I go with the single? I think I've already played the single though, so I can't play Feel It Still. Do I go Rich Friends or? I don't know, guys. I'm really torn between this, but okay. Until next week, guys. At Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. I am at Alex J Middleton. Chris is at Real Chris Hogan. Bobby Jokes is at Robert Barbosa. Please go on iTunes and give us that 5-star review. Roast us, we'll read them eventually. And Amazon banner, PassingGravyPod.com. Use that instead of actually shopping at Amazon. It'll just one extra click, and it helps your pals over at the Gravy Gang. Helps us out. And I know you guys know I bought a yacht last week, so I've really got to finance that on Grand Theft Auto. But anybody else got anything? No. Chris is on his phone already. He doesn't even care.
Let me think.
He's just being a dick, honestly, but whatever.
I will say, just give, like next time you're out on the street.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck is that?
What?
All right. Pass the gravy, motherfuckers.